Hello and welcome to the Velvetiki Room.
Welcome to the VT. Woohoo, baby. We've been threatening to be out here for some weeks. And of course, it's just been like clammy, or it was 40 degrees. We're like, I'm not going to be out there in a sweater.
Hello, and
Not that kind of
everyone
room.
who is joining us later, who's watching this on a rebroadcast.
Yes, thank you
Aloha.
so much for doing so.
Thank you for joining us in the Velvetiki Room whenever you can make it.
That you are welcome to, if it's the rebroadcast, you're welcome to add comments. You cannot comment on the existing because they're already done. But hey, throw something at us. That sounds great.
We have a special treat for you this evening. At least I hope it will turn out to be a treat and not a total nightmare.
I'm not told that.
Oh, hi, John. Good to see you. And
Hey,
Mom, hi.
Hey,
Dime, hello.
Hey,
Aloha. Good to see you.
Al,
Yay. Lisa, hi. Good to see you.
hello.
Awesome.
It's my buddy Al.
Good.
My buddy Al. Al Oa.
Hugo joined us before the stream.
Yeah,
so Hugo, I hope you're still here.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, you can actually.
You were just hanging and it was like, hey, you're there, man.
You can come on and comment before the stream. I discovered recently.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, if you ever find yourself here before the stream, please come on and say hi.
Just jump on. We're here. We're prepped. I mean, we may not be entirely prepped, which means we're running around like chickens, sons.
Spoiler alert.
So
we're not entirely prepped.
Yes.
Yeah, it's I don't know what is going on this week, but I cannot believe it's Wednesday. I feel like it was Monday morning, like about 3 hours ago.
Yeah,
that's what this week has felt like.
Like.
Hi, Julie.
Within 3 days.
Happy Tiki Lounge Wednesday to you too.
Within 3 days, we've actually been to like a local meetup for filmmakers. I've been to an office twice. You've been to one session. We've also been to Paradise Lost East Village Bar, which
in New York City, new tiki
bar.
Bar.
Pretty recent and pretty marvelous.
Yes,
they're recommended. They're a lot of fun.
Big thumbs up.
Great decor, and their mixed masters are kicking it pretty high.
Yes,
I gotta say.
So highly recommended.
And that was like what Monday night, and then like Tuesday, it was a full day worth.
Tuesday was crazy.
And just running. And then
here
get back here. And
hi, Errol.
We get back here and like we put in like a little video, and then it's like,
oh, no meetings for Errol tonight. Yay! I'm glad you could make it.
Woohoo, baby! Awesome.
They were in Korea. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, what do you think?
Yes, I do.
Do you want to mix, or should I go for bowl?
Are we gonna start off with a bowl drink?
We're in the tiki room.
Oh, okay. So here's our surprise for the evening.
For a while.
Paul, do you want to go over and prepare our bowl drink?
Well, I think I ought.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn on the bar cam. Paul's going to go behind the bar and
hey, it's bar cam.
Mix us up a bowl drink. While I catch up. Hi, Peter. Eric, hello.
I keep getting this subtle echo over here because this volume will not turn down. Also, I can't actually turn my camera so you can see more of me. I've got this stupid iPhone holding it up to my face as if I'm having some like moronic conversation on the street. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No.
I don't think you can hear him because his mic is off.
Oh, you can probably hear me over there, though.
Can you hear him at all? He turned his mic off because the echo was crazy.
Yeah, suddenly you get, whoa. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. It's actually, is that bad? Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Chop. Make us a drink, please.
Shall we? Okay.
So
this is.
He is being heard. Okay, they say, okay, they can hear you. Okay, good.
Yeah, my voice is very distant. So like, there's the microphone over there somewhere. Anyway, I decided to start off with a venerable item.
Do you want me to read off the ingredients while you...
I do in one moment.
Okay.
And this is the Scorpion Bowl. Now, we happen to have an excellent Scorpion Bowl here from Dynasty Wholesale. And let me see if I can demonstrate to you. There's a tag on the bottom that simply says, oh, it's really hard to read that. And I bet you can't see that too well over there. Yeah, it's very, very small letters. It literally reads Scorpion, A-N, Bowel.
Yeah, instead of bowl,
this is actually brown.
It says bowel.
But I might as well give you some full disclosure. Anyway.
Yes, right? Exactly. I have to concentrate. And
it's an
hello. Echo,
so anyway,
echo,
before too much ado, because she's going to be clamoring for this thing now. Vicks actually will in their stores do this, and in their shops will do this in their Hamilton Beach Mixmaster. I happen to have one, and I almost got to it in time, but I didn't. And I'm not sure it would fit all the ingredients.
I think
anyway. You know what I'm going to do?
You need to speak up if you're gonna.
What?
If you're gonna talk.
Oh, well, I am going to talk.
I can talk for you.
But anyway.
Hi, Jeff. Good to see you.
So anyway, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shout at you because I can't. This thing is echoing.
Scorpion vowel does sound painful.
Maddeningly. So what we're doing here is taking the bowl and sorting a bunch of ice. I don't even need to talk. Put the ice in the bowl. A lot of ice. It's going to be a lot of ice.
Yeah, what did you say? What did you say? Exactly.
Anyway.
You don't have to shout. We're hearing you fine.
Fun raffia ice bouquet. Ingredients, please. What am I doing over here?
Oh, okay. So, I got this one straight from the feed bag, meaning Trader Vic's. Okay. 6 ounces rum. They call for silver rum. I don't think we actually have silver rum.
We do not.
So we're using amber.
We do not have silver rum. So I'm going to use this.
We're already off the recipe.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, no, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use the all-purpose Plantation Original Dark. Good place to be for most drinks. 6 ounces. Okay.
6 ounces.
So that is
6 Oz.
We're not in Oz. They're like in winter now.
Hi, Greg. Good to see you.
That's 3.
Keep it coming.
4.5.
Keep it coming with the rum.
Snap. Keep it snappy, pal, she says. Come on. Here we go.
It's been a rough day.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Keep it coming with the rum.
Keep it coming, love. So, that's your rum.
1 ounce brandy.
1 ounce brandy.
Which is over here.
You have brandy.
I am completely boxed in. I can't take you the brandy.
Guess I'll have you go over there.
You should see the mess in front of me.
Let me tell you, folks. Hey, I'm back over here. I should have poured myself 1 ounce of brandy because I knew I'd need it.
Leave the brandy.
I'll leave the brandy.
Because
you gotta use it.
I need it later.
You need it for thing.
Hi, Alan and Elizabeth. Good to see you both. How do you get Oz out of ounce or old per pound? Wow. Oh my gosh, Errol, I have the funniest story about that.
Olbs.
Well, I actually have 2 funny stories about Olbs.
So you don't have the Orgeat, do you?
It's in there.
Okay, I need it, don't I?
Let me get the recipe back.
Yeah, see, I don't have this in front of me.
No, you need 6 ounces of orange juice.
Yeah.
4 ounces of lemon juice, 1.5 ounces of orgeat.
4 on the lemon. So.
Yes.
6 on the orge.
Okay, Olbs. We used to have our old hairdresser was teaching at a local beauty college. And she was writing on whatever board it was about mixing and, I don't know, hair color or whatever. But anyways, something to do with pounds. And she wrote Olbs. And one of the girls in the class said, "What are Olbs?" And none of them knew. So they don't teach what Olbs are anymore in school, at least not here. And the other funny story was when we were on our way to Palm Springs. And long story, but we ended up in Long Beach. And we hooked up our GPS to get us to Palm Springs. And it wanted us to turn on Pound Town Road. And we're like, what? And it was LB for Long Beach. LB, like Town Road. So, Pound Town Road.
Seriously?
Hi, Casey. Good to see you.
Case. I'm on the bar cam. Big fun. And I'm going to be very careful.
Actually, he's just right across the room from me.
I'm just. So, and I've got this stupid orientation. I really want to flip it. And if I do it, I'm upside down. And it's still wrong. So
maybe later in the broadcast.
Maybe later. Okay, so right now in the broadcast is the point where I try to take this extremely full bowl across the room.
Let me get my. I feel like these straws are too long.
All right.
We need the scissors.
No. I got an idea.
Okay.
Yes, shorter straws.
We got the long straws, but they're like honestly too long.
Ridiculous.
Pound Town, a much different context. Exactly. That was like 10 years ago, and I'm still laughing about it. Okay, thank you.
Glow in the dark VL straw.
All right, Velveteen Lounge
so just a second, I'm going to give this a good stir. This is a full set. It belongs in a much larger bowl, frankly, but it's big and strong and good.
It needs color.
Yeah, let's get some room in there. We could throw in some of these bitters, and that will give it a little bit of color.
I don't even think the ingredients. I just mean like it needs decor.
Oh.
It needs
classic flowers.
Lime twist or I made some lime twists earlier in the day.
Where are they?
They're in the kitchen refrigerator in like one of those small flat containers. Look on the bottom shelf. Look by the eggs. I think. That was hours ago. Oh, and for this broadcast, the citrus is making me cough. That's so weird. I made Mai Tai pie from Beach Bum Berry's Taboo Table. So we'll see how it came out. Cute kitchen container cam. Exactly. There should be like an interior fridge cam. That'd be funny. But anyway, see how it turned out. But Mai Tai pie, how bad could it really be? You know what I'm saying? And I did his special whipped cream. Our patrons will get a copy of that recipe later this evening. Yeah, Mai Tai pie. When we licked the beater, it was.
Seems a little color going in there. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Shake it up, shake it up.
But now just the white part is facing it.
Can't please some people.
Something else.
I have a sound for that.
Well, the lime peel song.
There was color in there. We can't really see the inside of the bowl from where you are anyway, so I suppose it's okay. But I'll go back to the bar cam at some point. Because it's fun.
Maybe an umbrella. I don't know.
Umbrella's going to fall out. It's going to be no fun. I was thinking a plastic orchid, which we probably have somewhere. Hopefully not completely dusty. Well, this room is just slightly porous after all.
There are some in there that aren't dusty.
Yeah.
Who am I kidding? Everything in this house is dusty, but you know what I mean. Not
recently.
Not too dusty to put into.
Now, dig this and dig this deep. We recently got an air cleaner.
Yes, Lick the Beater does sound like a segment from Sprockets.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the Highline Sprockets when we licked the Vita.
Lick it.
We got an air cleaner and like a filter, and you know what? It's really mighty. It's like you cook and suddenly.
Oh wait, you're not at the bar.
No, I'm not. No, you can probably take it off. There we go.
There, he's not at the bar.
No, not at the bar. I'll be back there. Bar cam. I like the bar cam. They so what was I saying? I was talking about
the air cleaner.
Lost my train of thought. The air cleaner. Yeah. We I've been thinking to get one for a long time, and now that we have one, it's just like you see it going to work when the air gets bad, and it's like, oh yeah, go to town. I've already cleaned the mesh filters once because they were really getting pretty dusty. So I'm like, it's sucking it in, and sending it through charcoal. It's really delivering. So
keeping our house clean.
Our house cleaner, you know. I know it's impossible. A house is porous, and we have a fairly dusty environment. Across from us is a whole stand of maples that are just like allergies. So that's life in the small city. Meantime, I've got a bowl with a very wide mouth straw, so I should take care lest I, inhale this thing and go, oh, I'm feeling fine. Yeah.
I would say we could put some fruit or something in it, but that'll probably sink too.
Chances are it would. We got like some kiwi I could unearth, and that would probably look good.
Is it handy?
No.
Don't bother.
We didn't think it that far ahead.
Oh, Lisa says we really like our air purifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for dust mites. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm good for you guys getting one.
And apparently the real issue.
Oh, thank you, Hugo.
With the tiny insectoids like the dust mites is the dust mite poop, which is like really tiny bits of dust itself, and that's what you're breathing. Yay, Whoopee. Apparently,
no wonder I can't breathe.
A lot of dust in a house is apparently skin flakes. Your skin flakes off. Ugh. Like really lovely thoughts. I got to tell you. Anyway, ours is
filter maintenance is a must.
You got to do that, and you got to. The filters are not cheap, but you buy them once a year. So it's like the water filter. Every 6 months I replace it. It's like $80.
Does this one need to be replaced though?
I just put it in.
No, but I mean, like I thought. You cleaned it or something.
I cleaned like filtration number 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but number 2 with the activated charcoal. What is activated anyway? Who knows? I do know what that is. It's got the charcoal and it's also got a HEPA. It's got a HEPA filter.
You've got to ride the dust particles to it.
And it's actually got filters on 2 sides of it, and it's like designed to like clean 1,500 square feet. That's actually bigger than the house. I figured, go big or go home. And I think it's Kitsch-en is the brand. I believe they're South Korean.
Kauai.
All right, anyway. So apparently as big as Samsung from which they come. And I'm pretty happy with the quality.
Air Mega.
I think that the actual build is really good. It's a really simple device. It's a fan and 2 filters. That's it.
The model is the Air Mega.
Mega, It's like metal filter,
Although I named it Filty. I just call it Filty.
Mm-hmm. Filty.
Filty. Keeping our house clean.
She gets all concerned when Filty's like air indicator starts turning red. It's like, no.
Red is like the worst.
Yeah.
Red is like DEFCON 1 air.
Well, it's like that site you can go to that tells you what your exterior air quality is. And what is it, like a mere 1 year ago when we got those the residue from fires in Canada, and the air was really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad. And I was like advised,
don't
go to an office, But our exterior air was pretty terrible and would have made your throat very unhappy. So, but would have helped on the intake. And around that time, and maybe even earlier, I got a personal size one.
This is making my life
frankly
better.
Works pretty well.
Dust mite lemmings.
Yeah, lemmings. Oh boy. Yeah, this guy dust mite feces. That's just that's a whole topic right there.
Oh, lemmings.
Oh, lemmings.
Like all following the herd into Filty.
Oh, dust mite lemmings like getting sucked in. Oh, got it. Lemmings apparently do not do that, by the way. I think
Hi, Ken.
I think it's some BS from some Disney movie.
Good to see you. Thank you for dropping by.
Yes. Hey, Rev.
Oh, Peter says, I remember those yellow skies. Ugh, it was gross, right?
I have pictures. I have pictures of, I think it was the orange or red sun. It was just so obscure that it was like this extremely peculiar color. It was almost like, the sun, that we had this overcast sun during the recent eclipse, which was just this weird light. It's a very weird light. So.
It was a fake Nat Geo duck.
Oh, man. Anyway, before we go further, I will make 1 pitch tonight, or maybe I'll make 2 pitches, but I will not make a lot of pitches. At the bottom of your screen, you actually see if anybody here is just like, hey, I'd like to, do you have a tip jar? It's like, there we go.
Right, I have too much money. I'd like for you to have.
I'd like you to have some of my money, whatever. If you're just like, I would like to throw you a little tip right there. There's the address. That's great. That's the thing. Many of you are already sponsoring us via Patreon. So I'm not talking to you. You're all like, you're very supportive. It's awesome. Some of you actually find weird food products and send them to us. That is support. That's just awesome. That materially helps the show to move forward. And some people have bought our merch. We still have the records. We still have the wine glasses. We still have the towels. All that kind of stuff. Let us know. We can send you the link. Away we go. Easy peasy. That's the commercial plug. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Oh.
And away we go.
Oh, Eric's saying, you two are wearing the textures I used for the virtual Easter eggs. Oh, I love it.
I remember that. That was hilarious. I love when people are just like, I just grabbed a screenshot and I went to town.
Yes.
It's like, please, that's the fun part. So we're a little split today, because a little split screen occasionally, because we do have the
Bar cam,
which is great and funny, and the angle is great. You're getting all that ceiling.
I know.
With the ceiling is of course a burlap, and it's stuffed with umbrellas. And people might ask sometimes, did you drink all of those?
Oh
and I look up there, I'm like, no, but a lot of them.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Errol says, we had a fire on our submarine once. Smoke everywhere. Captain says you can remove your respirators. Everyone was waiting for the guinea pig to take his off.
Man.
Thank you, Eric.
Yes.
All right. Well, there's no one at the bar cam right now.
But bar cam is fun to go back to from time to time during the broadcast because we suddenly realized we could just set that up and then we'd have that capacity. And then instead of like either running back and forth or being stuck behind bar, which can be a little cramped and things fall and things like that. It's like, well, I can just go over there and make a drink and bring it back. But you can watch me do it, which is fun. It's the fun part. Who's texting me at this hour?
Oh, Dime.
Oh, hey.
Thank you.
Hey. Much appreciated.
Dime.
Yeah, no.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, scamp.
Thank you.
Yeah, really. But yeah, that's the thing. And like I said, and this is just, it's not like I've got this big neon sign saying, donate here. It's just, I've got this little subtle thing at the bottom that says, that's the button. So if you're so inclined, this does go appreciated because, after all,
thank you, Errol.
This company is not sponsoring our show, but we like like their product, and we like to buy it. So we like to keep it around. And the big bottle is such a better price.
Barcam could have been employed in COVID shutdown. Exactly.
Seriously, why didn't we think of this technology then?
Exactly.
We had the old camera, and I guess we didn't really have the capacity. I don't remember.
Yeah, we were using a different camera.
But really, really good camera, and I was very happy with it. And then they changed up their partner for streaming, and it was like, oh,
it became such a pain.
Yeah, I was like, okay, enough of this. So we're trying a
hi Gettysburg, ma'am.
Different approach. We've been using just
one of the
standard webcams for over a year, and it's been working.
Troy, thank you.
Thank you.
I did not realize Vimeo was going to text me.
Okay.
Vimeo.
Vimeo is what we're working with over here. Just,
Venmo. They're texting me. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, really, it does help.
Oh, yeah, halfway to Halloween. Oh, my God, Gettysburg, man, this year is going so fast.
Boing.
Kind of terrifying, actually.
Zoom to the moon, Alice.
Yay.
Seriously. It's just flying. Because what is it? Like I said, last week, too cold to be out here. The week before, way too cold to be out here. So it's like within 2 weeks, we've gone from clammy to, is Dan here? We've gone from clammy to this is actually quite warm. Like if I had sleeves on, I'd say I'm kind of uncomfortable out here. So I'm kind of great right now. It's awesome.
This is lovely.
This is really super. It got really hot enough today to really warm the place up. It's blowing off. It's going to get to the point where it's like a super reasonable temp out here.
Yeah, Gettysburg Map says halfway to Halloween means Halloween decorations in stores in 2 months. You're not kidding. You're not kidding.
The last thing I remember, I saw chocolate Easter bunnies in the supermarket. And then when they were taking down large bags of Kingsford, it's like, that's it. Bunny's gone. Passover over. Now it's time for,
Passover over.
BBQ, baby. That's it. So, holy shit.
Peter says Glendora's wine glasses make your wine taste 300% better.
Oh, it keeps increasing.
I'll tell her you said so.
I tell you.
Thank you, Peter.
Hey, Peter, you buying some pretty cheap wine these days? I'm just saying. No. Peter buys excellent wine.
Peter has a stand on this evening.
Oh, yeah, seriously.
My neighbor put pumpkins on his front lawn today. Really?
Okay. Where do you get pumpkins these days? I actually literally feel like a couple of months ago I was buying pumpkins, and no, that was more like 6 months ago. So it's really it marches on. And at the end of this month, we just actually moved the flag today. At the end of this month, I will be putting the flag up because we'll be at that day already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ha. Anyway, I know this is very banal talk about time marching on, but it really is. It's just kind of zooming around like.
Now I know what. Yeah.
Business is really
Nobody said they were fresh pumpkins. That is true.
Well, true.
That is true.
True. Who knows? Could be rotten pumpkins. That kind of stuff.
Lisa's drinking kava brewed out of her Glendora glass.
Oh, wow.
Yay.
Envy. I guess we literally have some kava or Prosecco.
Oh, we should put it in the fridge.
Wasn't planning to tap it tonight, and if it's not in the fridge, I'm not going to open it.
No, but we should put it in the fridge.
Yeah, because that would
be
a disaster.
Now that we made some room in the fridge.
You got a little room. We've been eating food. The way to make room in the fridge is to eat all that food that you made last week. We've been doing that.
It's always a good time to grill. Eric, I agree.
You know something? People have seen this, and some of our viewers here are really
Halloween
pining for more snow so I can get out there and shovel a foot of snow off the grill.
And with you, Peter.
Go grilling in the snow again.
Halloween feels like it ended about 2 weeks ago. Christmas feels like it was about a month ago to me.
Hey, Peter, didn't we just see Bob Mold? I mean, like yesterday. It just like I remember
Casey.
We were just in Beacon again recently, and I was remembering parking to like figuring out parking in Beacon, which is impossible. So.
Oh my gosh, James says I still have my uncarved Halloween pumpkin from last year, and it's in perfect shape. Okay.
You keep the gourd whole, you know, and it'll actually treat you well.
I had a gig last fall. Manning, they called it a pumpkin patch. It was not a pumpkin patch. It was indoors, but
indoor patch.
Well, it was actually pouring rain that day, which might have been why it was indoors. But they painted them. It was just like everyone, like all the tables had like pallets of paint, and everyone got to pick their pumpkin and then paint it. So yeah, there was no carving involved. But
and then there was one with the caramel apples.
Yes, grilling in the snow. I guess we could do a grilling in the snow video. Well, not snow. A grilling video soon. Not in the snow.
Not in the snow video. I could make snow. I could like grind up a bunch of ice and pour it on top of the grill and say, "Oh, I have to clear all this snow."
Errol says, I opened one of our homemade Pilsner unrefrigerated. Fizzy.
Oh, yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, that's those things like that. The natural carbonation like really goes.
It was an insincere pumpkin patch. It was.
Hilarious.
It was. They painted them. They did not carve them.
There was one point where, well, I still do this. I go to we go to the local cider farm there. What am I saying? Apple Orchard has a store where they'll actually make cider, and they do hard cider too. It's really good, but they will sell you just a half gallon of cider or a gallon of cider, and it's unpasteurized. So guess what? You leave it on the counter, and it starts to inflate, and that's where you get your own homebrew hard cider. Now, I've also done that where it kind of used up all the sugar and got flat, and obviously it was a little boozy. But then I will stick some into a small bottle and then add just a tiny bit of sugar and some yeast, and that is explosive. It's pretty dangerous to do that. To tell you the truth.
The OK video of Paul grilling in the snow. Yes.
I think we had 2 of them, but the first one is still the classic. I think where we had something like 10 inches of snow on top of the grill, so I'm out there, I'm shoveling out the grill.
Oh, it was more than that.
It was when it was actually right outside the back door. That was the old grill, and there was huge drifts around. So I'm standing here. She's shooting this, and I actually she hands me a beer, and I put it directly into the snow. I'm like, got my own personal cooler.
Yes, here saying, poor
awesome.
Kelly had to shovel the snow. Good thing she had her beer. That's my big memory of that, was shoveling.
Good damn thing. Well, if you want to grill in the snow,
get it from one of our local ciders.
The local products that are available to you right now across the board. Every single person here, you've got access to locally made beer, wine, cider, and liquor, and the distilleries have just exploded. I hope they don't.
That sounds wrong. The distillery has exploded.
That means they've got too much ethanol in the air.
Moonshine.
Hope not. Yes, exactly. Well, distilleries have an ethanol monitor, and if the levels get high, an alert goes off, and you get the hell out, because that is explosive. It's just the air suddenly gets that much more combustible, and it's extremely hazardous. So we heard that from, I believe, our distillery in Roscoe, which is excellent. But all these distilleries these days, they make vodka because it's the first thing you do. They make gin because it's the second thing you do. And you can sell that immediately. You're ready to go. And then they'll make whiskey, and you have to lay it up for 2 years.
Lisa makes homemade marshmallows. Oh, my gosh.
Whoa!
Crazy better than store-bought, I bet.
Yeah, I bet that's a completely different product.
Oh, yeah. Getty's Room, I'm saying it's amazing how long an uncarved, unbruised, unpunctured pumpkin will last. Yeah.
It's a pretty tough skin. It's designed to do that, which is like very good for longevity, and it means that it can kick around, and then when the animal finds it and chows down, then your seeds are still safe. So it's perpetuation of the species.
Ooh, local strawberries and peaches.
Ooh, hello.
Yum.
We're sounding good already.
I know.
As we are sliding
to make summer flavored marshmallows.
As we are sliding into the hot months with abandon, I'm listening to.
Hi, Daniel.
Yes.
Peter's asking, any distilleries making any triple sec?
The closest we've seen to that.
Yeah, not.
The closest we've seen to that is Warwick, which does I'm forgetting the branding that they use on liqueurs.
American Fruits.
So American Fruits liqueur you can get probably at your local. Comes in the little bottles, right?
It's not. They don't do orange though.
No, they're actually doing things that they can get like cherry and apple.
They do the sour cherry cordial we always use.
Yeah, which is awesome. It's
just
fantastic. And they're in the blackcurrant. So it's things that they can grow.
Apple.
I guess they're thinking they're not going to do like
strawberry. They do strawberry.
And this strawberry, yeah. Strawberry's very good. Flavor's a little fragile. You want to use that up. The cherry has more shelf life, I found. And that's about it, I guess. But, they can find other things. And we have actually, I remember talking to the folks at Roscoe, which was at the time Prohibition Distillery. They're talking about products they can make. And they definitely wanted to do whiskey. They definitely wanted to do rye and bourbon. And they had people asking them, like, do you ever want anything else? Would you ever make rum? And I said, we'd like to use local products. Do you see any sugarcane around you right now? So this is why they're not doing rum, although many places in the States will. They'll just import the sugar and away you go.
Yep.
It's easy enough. But I said to them, yeah, but what about apples? And he says, oh, yeah. So it's like they were thinking Applejack. I don't know if they ever got around to that.
Mm.
Whereas
marshmallows with cider.
That
sounds great.
Applejack is one of those categories which was basically almost dead.
Eric's playing I Spy with our mugs.
Oh, yeah? Hello. Oh, please. I see you.
I Spy, Mr. Valley High.
I've seen the Valley High. Made a Mr. Valley High drink for two recently because my buddy Dennis was stopping by to grab his receiver, which I had just gotten back to life. And man, I was just playing that and was just so happy. And I think he is happy as a clam. Seriously.
Some of the even best ones were like under here.
Yeah, kind of very stuff. But yeah.
But struggle is real to get the
Apple
good shot in here.
Applejack was very nearly dead. There was one company still making it in the States, in New Jersey, Laird's, still there, still making it. They have 2 or 3 different levels of stuff that they make. And they kind of kept it alive because it used to be like the most popular stuff out there. Everybody could grow apples, right? Well, now a lot of smaller distilleries are like, wait a minute, and they're picking up on that. And now you're getting really good Applejack, which is apple brandy. And I've also heard about local ones making just great brandy and aging it and doing what you're supposed to do. And it's just a nicer quality product. And that's great to hear.
Oh, Gettysburg Meow.
Hello.
Congratulations. That's so nice. She says, may I also say that my daughter finished all of her finals with a 93% or better and finished her junior year with a 3.77 GPA and a spot on the Dean's List.
Yo.
Toot my horn. I love it. Hey, congratulations.
Drop all proud parent stuff here.
Yes.
That's awesome. 93.
Share your good news. I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
That's kicking. Well, because that's hard work. It's really not long ago. We were doing exactly the same thing. I remember it was just tough. And then college years were like, okay, let's accelerate that. It's just a lot of hard academics. And at the time, you're kind of thinking, I'm not entirely sure about all of this. But if you can learn to read and write the King's English, that's the half of it. And don't skip on your math classes. You've got to be able to calculate. That's just a different language.
For senior year, I love it. Oh.
It is awesome.
So good.
That's great to hear. Because I've seen, we have, our neighbor's kid is like coming up 17 or something like that.
Yeah, but she's in high school.
She's high school, yes.
Yeah. Gettysburg Meow's daughter's in college.
Oh, so there you go. Bingo. So she's already doing the hard course. Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love it.
So
anyway,
good stuff for me. Anyway, big fun.
We both stopped talking at the same time.
It just so happens. Yeah, sometimes we kind of get to that point. You're like, somebody needs to keep talking. I'm like, I don't know. What do I talk about?
When are we going to bust out the pie? She'll be studying for her master's, but one thing at a time. Yeah.
Please finish the first thing first.
Hi, Phil. Good to see you.
You got to do the first thing first before you do the second thing second. Remember, folks, you can't have this course of bricks until you have 1, 2, 3, these 4 courses of bricks. Can't build a wall that way. But it's very
Diane
true.
says Thursday, my youngest daughter is getting inducted into the NHS. She starts at Ball State in the fall.
Ball State, baby.
Wonderful.
Hey now.
Congratulations.
Hey now.
One of our very best friends went to Ball State.
Yeah.
He's very cool.
Was it Zach?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we just talked about him earlier. Indeedy. That was fun.
Errol says, I did the math classes, Paul. I cipher nearly every day.
Well, one of us needs to cipher. I wish that would be you.
Oh, Eric, yeah. He's saying, I recently learned that my sister has a sort of number dyslexia thing. No wonder math was so hard for her.
It's going to be impossible if you're having trouble like putting the language together. And it's the same as with language dyslexia, like just regular speaking dyslexia, reading dyslexia. It's if you cannot see it the way that I'm seeing it, then you're going to have a lot of trouble. So people really need to come up with alternatives on that.
Well, I learned after I ever had a math class that I don't suck at math.
No.
I don't learn the way math is taught.
It's very, left brain or right brain?
Because I was reading about the Japanese technique of teaching math, and I'm like, well, that makes perfect sense.
Makes more sense to me.
I'm like, okay, I get math now.
There's a stereotype in there somewhere, and it's like there might be a reason for it. So.
Yeah, no, it's just like the way, the way equations are worded and stuff. I'm like, I get
it's
this.
It's very logic problems.
Hi, Satellite.
Not everybody thinks that. If you're totally on that wavelength, if you're totally Mensa, then you're like, oh yeah, great. And the rest of us are like, what the hell? I think I managed to get through those classes just because I could absorb it enough. But it's really much better for me if it's taught very methodically and I kind of grasp how you derive the formula. And I think you're the same way. I've
learned with myself. The only way I learn things is by doing.
You got to do it.
Yeah, I can't. You can stand up there and tell me all day. Yeah, you can talk to me all day and you can explain to me all day, and I'm not gonna get it.
Blah
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 blah blah.
And once I've done it successfully
then hey,
I can do it for the rest of my life.
You're good.
But I have to do it.
You've got to put your hands on it. I can teach people things. I'm actually.
Paul has to have it visually mapped out. There you go.
I think interestingly enough, like you will have trouble sort of imagining it, thinking it through, but you can draw it.
Errol says math was always super easy for me. English not so much. See?
Oh, language.
Yes. Ken says lounge friends so amazing to talk fall Vermont cocktails. Apple cider donuts plus vodka, cinnamon, and ice. Oh.
Boom, 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 boom. You see?
I can smell it already.
We drink seasonally. This is the thing. I remember
we're usually
a bartender we were talking about
kinesthetic learners, not auditory. I'm not. I can't learn that way. I mean, in school, I used to I'd be like doodling or writing something completely different. And it's not that I wasn't trying to be a jerk. I just could not concentrate. I couldn't focus on it.
I think it's a problem with the entire educational system. And some academics here might disagree with me. And I'd say, fine, I'll take you on. Because the fact is, I think that it's all based on this very ancient method of dictating to people. I will lecture at you. Socratic method, blah, blah, blah. Somebody's yakking at you. You're supposed to absorb all that.
Yes, see, Gettysburg man was saying math was my hardest, English and history my faves. Yeah. And John was saying math was easy for me, Spanish was not. It's so interesting. We're all so different.
Spanish, the language is taught stupidly in this country, 100% stupid. Many of the places in the world will just start teaching these kids when they're about 6. And you can learn any language ever.
I had a great tutor in math.
Excellent.
I love that. Yeah.
Hey.
History was appreciated. Yeah, after school. Yeah, when I went back to finish undergrad when I was much older, but the program I was in, you could design your own. So I did writing and history.
Yeah.
And
you excelled.
I loved those history classes because they were taught by professors who were really, really into their subjects, and it was great.
It was interesting. It was engaging.
They weren't just.
It was very hands-on. You had to do the research. You had to go out there and do the hard work. And I think this one is no stranger to hard work. Hello. Neither am I.
Oh, hi, Gene. Good to see you.
Awesome. So good.
There's this cool podcast called "You're Dead to Me" to make history cool for people who don't like history. I love it.
Wasn't there an album? I think John can back me up on this. Classical music for people who hate classical music. I think there was a companion piece, opera for people who hate opera. I think it was RCA Records did that in the 50s. And there's a great cartoon.
Oh my God, Mom was saying I passed Spanish with a D. It was mandatory. That was like me in chemistry.
Well, this is why you do not speak the language right now. It does not explain.
Daniel was good at math, science, and music. English, not so much, but I loved reading.
Oh,
aren't we? Isn't it interesting?
Well, in which case, it sounds like you're ideal for English, but it depends on what they're talking about.
As a spirit person, my math is squishy. Ken says.
Well, there's always the cosmology.
Yes, Gettysburg Man was saying, yeah, engaging, fun, invested professors make all the difference in your grades. Yeah,
everything.
I had one. I actually Googled him recently because I'm like, is he still alive? He's not.
Who was it?
Herb.
Oh, he was a great guy.
I loved him.
He was quite advanced at the point where you were.
Yeah, he was old then, but
he was old ages ago.
He was old then, but
he must be dead now.
Well, I just remember him talking about his parents were immigrants to New York City, and I remember him talking about their experiences and everything, and he would talk about his sister and how he outlived her, and he's like, I yell at her, I go, Ethel, you old bastard, you're dead, not alive.
Yo, bag.
I thought about that when I saw that he had died.
Hilarious. It's funny. It's the things you'll remember. That's the good stuff. What was I thinking?
Spanish with a C. My grade was so bad. She said, C. Yes, you passed. Now go.
Did I pass? C. Avanti.
1 + 1 is a bigger one.
Yeah.
Oh, Julie says there was a comedian who says they learned opera and classical music from Looney Tunes. I know, right?
Seriously?
Kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit.
A little Wagner for you. I was listening recently to a very high quality.
I know how I passed chemistry. I cheated.
Audio system, and we're listening. Somebody had the 9 symphonies of Beethoven, and I believe it wasn't Solti, it was Karajan. John would actually probably know these recordings, and they were very high quality recordings from the late 70s. And they said, which should we play? People were like 5, 7. I'm like 9. Play 9. So we heard like side 1 of the 9th, and there's all this timpani. Bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum. After like one side of the record, somebody says, now I know why Beethoven was deaf. That's actually a joke, and I didn't really go after there. But no, it was funny because it's like it is really pretty hard hitting.
Chemistry, yeah, and I think
it's great music.
And I feel like and Mom's saying can't imagine how I passed chemistry. I feel like again, if I would have had a teacher who didn't seem like he was completely checked out, I probably would have been interested because I hear about chemistry classes people had that sound fun and engaging, and this guy was just not.
Isn't it like who's Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Isn't it like Vincent Schiavelli, one of the teachers? Hello, Mr. Bueller. Let's actually find out. Let's do the test now.
Hi, dog. Good to see you. John says I can rant on about public schools for a bit. Since I'm a high school dropout with a cum laude undergrad and a master's, both from highly rated institutions, I question the public school metrics and methods. Yes.
Hello.
Hence the spawn child getting the best education I could buy. Yes, same. I'm not dumb. I mean, okay, in undergrad, it's straight A's. I mean, yeah, it's just
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, I'll get off my soapbox. In high school I could barely get through, but I had straight A's.
I will say this: I've never actually been a teacher, but I have instructed people one-on-one. So I'm probably a pretty good tutor, probably an excellent tutor.
Woody Woodpecker's barber. So.
Yeah. And the simple fact is that I find that most people cannot actually tutor or teach worth a damn. People who are actually in a position to do so are frequently terrible. People who actually do know a lot of information usually have a very poor means of getting it to you, and some people cannot write a manual worth a damn. I find that I can write good manuals, and that's just an art. So
Errol says my dad's geology teacher was very old. Her name was Livingstone. Dad said he called her Mrs. Deadrock. Of course, not to her face.
Yeah, Mrs. Deadrock, I presume.
Yeah, Julie says, or teachers that sound like they're from Charlie Brown. Exactly.
Wah, 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 wah.
Just to show you that I can remember things. We had a teacher in high school who he taught economics and civics, not the same class. Like there were two different classes. And he had been in his previous life a lifeguard. And he told lifeguard stories. Like he wrote the entire lesson on the board. He said, okay, write down everything I put up there and you'll know what you need to know. So we all spent 15 or 20 minutes writing down everything on the board. And then he spent the rest of the period telling lifeguard stories. And I remember all of those stories. So, yeah.
So basically his actual job description is raconteur.
Oh, Ken says, I took Spanish 101 3 times. I finally graduated Hofstra.
Yeah, you had Dr. Cow, didn't you? I believe John also had Dr. Cow. Good old Dr. Cow. I wonder if he's still with us.
9 symphonies with the Pittsburgh Symphony. Steinberg conducting.
Steinberg! There you go.
Yeah, the 9.
That's classic.
Hi, John. Good to see you.
I can't actually read these comments because they're over there. Now, who had the 9 symphonies with Pittsburgh?
Yes, John. We went out with John and Mo and a few other friends to Paradise Lost on Monday.
Yeah, Robin and Ken.
Yeah, and
came with
Matt.
us. And Loopy. Loopy's not here. He should be. Loopy, where were you, man? No, he was there Monday. They had been pre-gaming. Wow, people were getting happy. But Paradise is fun. I will tell you one thing. It's a New York City bar, so your drinks, if you hit this place, are not on the cheap side. They're extraordinarily well made.
Glen Branca.
And
I don't know,
there's some really
Peter.
cool stuff. So who's had the 9 symphonies with Steinberg?
John's dad.
John's dad. Oh, that should have been on Command, I think. Did those. Good label for it. Yeah, they did some great classics. As did who did? Audio Fidelity did some really, really great recordings of classics. Yeah.
Shisun Bob. The Chinese method of finger counting to help with math. Okay.
Well, you know, it's the funny thing is that math is base 10 because we have 10 fingers.
Oh, the teacher in Better Off Dead. He had everyone engaged. I love Better Off Dead.
But base 10 is only one thing. Some people do base 12, like the Mayan calendar. The Mayan numbering system actually is base 12. I think, or is it base 60?
Oh,
in fact, that's
okay.
Actually, that's a different way of thinking.
My space race infatuation reminds me of a question for you. Do you have a summer read? If not, I have one for you. Please lay it on me. I have a book I'm going to be finishing very soon.
To me.
So lay it on me.
Yeah. I also enjoy fun bits of literature. Oh. Although most of the time these
Danielle,
days
come down.
Manuals.
I promise we'll make ourselves available.
If you were going to be in the area,
yes, John had Professor Cow.
Oh yeah, you did, John. I remember you specifically saying you had Cow. Cow had very particular habits. He was a funny man though. That's the thing, and that's very important.
Dime says all my teachers sounded like Charlie Brown teachers when my ADHD would kick in.
Oh
God, yeah.
No good. Trying to wrangle an entire classroom of say 30 kids is
they are symphonies.
Something
John
else.
Says.
Oh, they're symphonies. You know.
Peter says my favorite is Second Symphony. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, people will go on about the odd numbered Beethovens being like the really good ones, 3, 5, 7, 9. But you know, I was listening to the entire lot.
I am a big fan of Ninth Wave too, Doug.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'd much rather listen to Ninth Wave.
The Ninth Symphony.
Yes.
Ninth is a lot of fun.
Have you heard the Astronaut Wives Club? Yes. Yes, I love it. I love that book.
It's good stuff.
Yes.
Yep. I was actually thinking of how I had actually decided to make my way through the entire 9 symphonies from the box set with Toscanini. RCA recordings, late 1940s into the early 50s. I mean, I think Toscanini died in 1952. So they're really rudimentary sounding recordings.
Actually, John says, Peter and I are talking about Glen Branca's symphonies.
Oh, Branca. Okay. There you go. The Branca box set. Branca is a different beast entirely, but kind of fun. He does these things with 100 guitars. The very, very densely layered sound. He's a different kind of a guy.
I tutored assembly in college.
Assembly?
Ken says, yes, professor said, Landine, you need more discipline. I said to him, leave me alone.
Dr. Macau.
Landine. Landine.
One of my classmates in Spanish 2 for Dr. Cow.
Oh, yes. I love that book, Gettysburg Ma'am. Yes.
Insisted on pronouncing his name K.O.
Hi, Eric.
His name has a pretty clear pronunciation. So, Eric.
Problem tutoring. it was you could only write to the professor you had in the machine. Command set changed all the time. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh
Okay.
boy. Big fun.
It's more along the lines of traditional classical music, Peter says.
Well, there we go. We could go into, like, maybe it's the after hours that is going to go into a long discussion of Bronca and Blue Jean Tyranny, and away we go. Hello. Big fun. These kind of guys. My favorites among those composers, among the 20th century composers, people will wax nostalgic about Bergen Weber.
Oh, Gettysburg-Mam, I love it.
I'm still really into Varese.
Thank you.
Stockhausen, those guys. They make really dense sounding things.
Stockhausen or Stockhausen?
He's German. It's Stockhausen. Get it right, Hegel. Yeah, he's Stockhausen. I actually met the man at one point because I attended a concert. He was conducting, so I was able to go and shake his hand afterwards. That was pretty cool. It's a good show. It was a good price too. It was in London, so student discounts.
I love Blue Jean Tyranny.
Oh, there we go. Ah! There we go. I knew somebody would chime in about that. I know John has some of his stuff. I think I used to, but I either sold it or gave it away.
I also tutored Pascal when it had the 64K memory limit. Oh my gosh.
Computer languages, baby.
Wow.
Sometimes obsolete, sometimes quite dead. Anybody out there learned BASIC back around 1980? Anyone ever learned COBOL? That kind of stuff? Oh no. Boy.
No.
These kind of things. What computer language are they using in the film desk?
Is Ravel's Bolero classical? That's a good question.
Technically no, but it is what I call orchestral music. It is 20th century orchestral.
I remember music. Some teenage heat in a convertible with a Bolero. It's very dramatic.
Yeah, it is. It's basically like, John, isn't this basically about 64 bars just played over and over again? It's one long passage that they just keep repeating.
Oh, wow.
And keep repeating, and it just builds and builds.
Josie just gave off the high alert squawk. A baby bunny was spotted by her. Oddly, she's not afraid of the big bunnies. That's interesting. Wow. Okay.
True. Interesting enough. As a larger avian, I suspect she's not too, concerned about the smaller avians.
I did Fortran 77.
Now we're talking.
Partial to Philip Glass and Danny Elfman. Well, I grew up in California, so yes, Danny Elfman for the win.
I had a coworker who used to talk about Philip Glass and say, all of his music sounds like this. Ha 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 ha. Do 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 do. Ha 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 ha. Do 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 do. So that's a Philip Glass joke. I disagree. All his music does not all sound like that, but it's a funny joke nonetheless. Because there's composers I could think of where the music just sounds like that, and then there's some who I might name who I'm like, could something go on here? I paid for this. Could something happen? These composers who are like, well, I'm as interested in the silence as in the tones. Oh, well, I didn't pay for the silence, so I'm just saying, get with it.
Eric says, I saw a video of someone refurbishing a key to disk computer that was used on the computer dating episode of Love Boat.
Hilarious.
And John says, yes, it's the same melody over and over with different instrumentation. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just, I don't know how many bars it is. It seems like it's not many more than about 64.
Sam says, I did Commodore and Apple Basic back in the day.
Yeah, oh sure.
The Commodore system. And RPG 2 and 3 in high school. Oh my gosh.
Anybody actually learn to compute in computer science in high school on punch cards? Anybody?
No.
I think one.
I love how I said that.
No. I think one viewer here did, because high schools were always strapped for cash and they were using older systems. I had a
Koyaanisqatsi. That was like a big one when we were in high
yeah,
school.
Geez.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Koyaanisqatsi, Poakatsi. They were these big environmental type films. And here we are 40 years later, and absolutely nothing has been done. So all the things that Reggie was talking are much, much worse. Much, much worse now. So
yay.
I would call him prescient, but he was just calling it as it was.
Oh, Ken, thank you. You too.
Oh, gotta go.
Keep the world real. Oh.
We try.
We try.
We try. We try. We try. Gotta lean in here. But I believe Ken was the one who learned to compute on punch cards. The funny thing about that is if you had your whole program in a stack and you dropped it, uh-oh.
They didn't number them?
No, punch cards are not numbered. They work. It's a pretty old technology. It goes way, way back and was certainly used on those first Hollerith computers, and that's the company that became IBM.
Oh my gosh. Eric says, and I learned to key disk stuff on InfoRex machines. I don't even know what that means.
We are getting into some esoteric stuff here. Anybody ever use a telex machine in your life?
John says, since we're talking about Branch and Blue Jean Tyranny, Paul, do you remember the Cole Gigny book? You gave me that articles about those two and Fred Frith and the Residents.
Yeah, I think I do. I don't remember it very distinctly, but I remember seeing that and saying, yeah, this is for you.
Oh, okay.
You had all these great little articles.
Punch cards on an old Vax and Univax system.
Yeah, Univax system. Oh, boy.
Wow.
I'm going to assume that system actually was using like solid core memory, not vacuum tube memory. But I don't know why I assume that. You never know. You never know. Because that's actually the solid... no, I hate to use the term solid state. The semiconductor memory is what really came in.
Doug says, junior college, we had PDP-11, but my friends did score an NCR Century 100 punch card mainframe. We got to boot in his living room with punch cards and stout.
I'm thinking about the team.
I love the way these discussions go.
Well, there's a team in the UK that has basically rebuilt Colossus. This is the machine that decoded the German code.
Casey says, I thought telex machines were the British equivalent to a fax machine.
No, telex machines, here's the thing.
I did work at a company that had a telex.
Telex, hilarious. Like, I've heard this described very simply.
I didn't know how to do it.
I've heard this described very simply. Okay, a fax machine is a copier attached to a phone line attached to a copier, so which is also a printer. So you copy something, it sends it down, and then it prints it on the other end. It's an image. A telex machine is a typewriter attached to a phone line attached to a typewriter. You send data, and it types it out. And for a long time, that was the only legal means of electronic communication.
Hello, transmissions from the underground. Good to see you.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
When I first started at the company I'm at now that has an office, they did have a telex line. I never used it. I really should have, too.
John says, geez, I feel so modern having learned on an Apple IIe.
You know?
The Boomtown Rats let me down, Casey says.
Yeah, they lied.
It's Jesse again. Hello.
Hey, Jesse.
Good to see you.
Again. So good to see you. We're talking obsolete computer systems, of which there are now many. Anybody ever actually buy one of those Timex Sinclair computers for $99 around 1985, I think?
This is gone.
Yeah, forget it.
We also have My Tai Pie.
Is it time?
And I made whipped cream.
It goes on the My Tai Pie?
Yes.
Well, then I know what to do. Would you like to mix your next round?
Yes, I will. I will.
She will entertain the troops while I will.
Let me entertain
the troops.
Let me entertain you.
Let you entertain me.
Okay, so in my high school, the dorky guys were the ones that were really into computers, but they're the ones I was hanging out with because it was like in my high school, like all of us dorky people had to stick together. So like the drama people and the computer people, the Dungeons and Dragons people, etc. We were all kind of in one group, even though I could not have told you the first thing about a computer. If you would have showed it to me, I would have been like, yep, it's a computer. Okay, just catching up here. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, you want to read an interesting book? Read Ghost in the Wires. Okay, I've heard of that. I've heard of that book. Got my programming books the summer before class, so I taught myself and had finished all the homework from the book, so the teacher says something for the class. Ah! Oh my God, I love it. Paul, the Enigma code. Yes, Paul. Turing machine. Okay. My cousin said Commodore. Is that 6? Is that 64? I can't read that. 64, 64. Was it 64? Oh my god, my eyes are so dry right now. My contacts are so dried out. They're like ready to pop out of my eyes. I vaguely remember the interface to the telex standard. Yes, I have a Timex Z80. Touched it last week for what it's worth. Okay. Oh, the air is so stagnant and warm. I know. Oh my God, Gettysburg, ma'am. I don't know how we're sleeping tonight because usually before we have the ACs in, we open these two windows, but it's so warm in here, it's not going to do any good. I don't even know what we're going to do. Oh, you'd have been okay. It's a big computer. You call it a computer. Got it. I'm good at faking my way through things. Do you know what that is? It's a computer. Wow, she knew that. Yeah, it's a computer. All right. Okay, so I am going to make something. I am calling, if I can ever get the cap off this brandy, an exotic sidecar. So it's more or less a sidecar, but I added exotic touches. Okay, 2 ounces brandy. Oh my God, this bottle is heavy. Ooh, okay. But it's a good brandy. If you're looking for a good brandy at a good price, right now. And I'm using triple sec, 1/2 ounce. It is warm as summer in this bar. And then Paul already measured out my lemon juice, and hopefully no bugs flew into it in this room. This room is very porous. 1/2 ounce fresh lemon juice and 1/4 ounce ginger liqueur. And I'm going to add 2 dashes cherry bitters. These are Bitter Truth cherry bitters. I'm going to shake with ice. Hopefully it's still icy. It's been in my thermos. Oh, it is still icy. Yay!
Yeah, thermos is good. As a matter of fact. Yeah.
This thermos this is like the little thermos who could.
Yeah.
I love this thermos.
Like, isn't that actually a thermos brand?
It is a thermos brand thermos. I will pass my little thermos on to you.
Shows to go, yeah.
I take my coffee into the city in that bad boy, and I love it.
It stays warm.
Okay. So it's basically a sidecar with a couple of little tropical touches, the 1/4 ounce of ginger liqueur and the 2 dashes of cherry bitters. Oh, are you going to be at the bar? Do I need to turn on the bar cam?
This thing keeps turning itself back up. Turn off. Damn, man.
Are you having a tantrum?
No.
Should I turn on the bar cam so everyone can see?
Let me see. Audio. Oh, echo cancellation is on. Why doesn't it work?
I don't know. We'll figure it out for next week.
Yeah, we will, apparently.
I'm excited to try this.
Oh, boy. Let's turn that off. What happens there?
You need Errol to school me on what you're talking about with all this computer stuff. Lisa, I'm with you. It's like my... Oh, wait, hold on. I'm trying to catch up. They're stopping support for the Z80 processor this year. I feel like my nerd credibility has been flushed off. Coleco. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh,
I've heard all of these words. Okay, so anyway.
It all makes sense.
The exotic sidecar.
And guess what? You have a slice of pie.
Oh my God, this is good. Try this.
Hello, I will try that. OMG, OMG.
OMG, OMG. It's so good. Oh, Peter says I will take the mugginess as opposed to the clamminess. Me too, Peter.
Yep. Grew up with clamminess.
As long as I can sleep, it's all good.
Had enough of it. I know a fair number of people who grew up in the UK who do not live there anymore, And one thinks, gee, why is that?
Okay, so we have,
here.
Thank you for not giving me a gigantic slice.
I gave you literally the 1/8.
Mai Tai pie from Beach Bum Berry's Taboo Table.
So we've had this formula for a long time, and I guess we finally decided to kick it. It was giving you grief earlier, and I got to say, whatever you did with the pie crust worked. It's really easy to cut. And it's much better than usual.
It's good.
It's really good.
It's good, and it vaguely tastes like Mai Tai.
It does taste like Mai Tai. Tasty thing. It certainly gelled properly, and it took a lot of wrestling to get it there.
Oh.
Well, the whipped cream actually has what in it?
It has heavy whipping cream, dark Jamaican rum, and sugar.
Oh, yeah, you can taste that. That's fun. Fun and good.
Oh. Saw a T-shirt today that I must have. It was an 8-bit graphic of the Apple IIe game, Oregon Trail, and it said, "Be patient with me. I was born in the 1900s." I take a class, and the teacher likes to tell these kids, she's like, "I was born in the 1900s." She's like my age.
You know, my grandparents, at least some of them were born in the 1800s. Tail end, they just kind of barely, were scraping into it, but still, it's pretty amazing the amount of time they can go by.
Those 1900s, I love it.
The what? Novecento?
Digital credibility. My mechanical engineer credibility is intact. Well, Doug, yes.
Oh.
Went to the auto parts store for carburetor gaskets, and the staff was interested in the difference between marine and straight carburetors. I put it in the context of fuel injection, and they got it. I love it.
Oh, excellent.
Dime, it's good, and you'll be getting the recipe later this evening.
That's right. Yeah, this is good, and you would appreciate it.
Kalaka Boy, hello. Good to see you.
Mr. Dime, of course, is
my
a
grandpa was in France during World War I, John said. Oh, my God.
My mother's father
Hold on one sec.
served, although apparently he was stuck riding a mule in Georgia. So I guess that's as far as that went. And it kind of harkens me back to that speech from Patton in the movie Patton. And you know what? He made it through. He made it through the rain. So there you go. On my father's side of things, they were actually like in Ireland until much later, so they didn't experience that sort of thing. I'm certain that they experienced some of the revolutionary fervor.
Yes. I needed to look up the year, but hi Clinton, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Tomorrow is my grandmother's birthday. She's no longer with us, but she was born in 1918. So
speaking of the Great Wars,
so she would be 106.
That's not right. Well, hats off. Hats off to Jean.
Yes.
She had a good sensibility. I think she had the right idea, and she was quite sharp as a tack, very late in life, and I gotta really credit Jean for that. Jean's not Jean, but yeah, it's awesome. I was just thinking about. What was I thinking? What were you thinking?
What were you thinking?
Yeah, kind of out of my head now. I was thinking about we were talking about people in certain eras and this time period and that time period, that kind of stuff. And no, kind of out of my head right now. Well, it'll come back. It was important. That's what they say. Not always true.
He didn't see action. He was basically a radar O'Reilly's.
Well, there were certain folks who spent
106? Wow.
There were folks who spent a lot of time in the Signal Corps.
Oh, wow.
And it was critical in order for these things to work at all. So all hail the gearheads who were working with rudimentary vacuum tubes in 1918.
Eric says, my sister gave me this haunting feeling last night. She posted on her Instagram this old photo booth picture strip of our parents when they were dating.
Oh, wow. Well, that's cool.
I love that.
That's very cool. I was saying for a second there that Mr. Dime, of course, is a professional chef. So if we throw him this recipe, he'll say, "Oh," and he'll think about what he can do with that. That's a fun thing.
Errol says, when I'm asked what was I thinking, I respond with, "Was I supposed to be thinking?
Was I supposed to be? I was only following orders." Yeah. Yeah, it's out of my head. We've been talking about a certain amount of history. We're talking about a certain amount of old systems. I'm always fascinated with old systems because if you grew up as we did in the later part of the 20th century, you were past a lot of the heavy stuff. You missed like the really catastrophic stuff. You were still privy to some pretty terrible stuff, but there was all this detritus because
Thinking cost extra.
All of these systems came and went so fast. Hey, good night, Phil. Awesome. Good to see you, sir.
Oh, heading to Tiki Caliente tomorrow. Have fun.
Hello. Well, there's the thing.
Oh,
yes. We'll discuss that later.
Have fun. Can't wait to hear about it.
I'm just talking about, I was just thinking earlier this morning when I wasn't sleeping that you think about.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, what?
You finish your sentence and then I will read this.
Okay. I was thinking about like big transportation systems because you were mentioning somebody who had to do a thing in DC and took the Acela and was like, "Oh, it's really fast." I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was a fan.
It's a bullet train.
Acela.
And it's and unlike getting off in Dulles where you have to hop on an Uber and get to the center of town, it gets you to the center of town. You're right there in DC. You can practically walk where you want to go. That's not my point,
Transmission's the same, like the tube amps. This is Jesse.
Oh, what?
Like the tube amps?
I don't remember if that's what I was thinking, but if you can recall what I was thinking, I would appreciate it if you could tell me what I was thinking because that would probably help.
Please tell me what I was thinking.
Please tell me what I was thinking. I mean, I've been working with them. I've been fixing them. Just did another upgrade on my buddy's Dennis's RCA, it's a really cool piece. It's pretty underestimated and it's definitely undersold. And I thought that the FM section was totally dead, but then he's suddenly expressing interest. I attached an antenna to it and it's picking stuff up. I'm like, I just needed a better wire. That's all.
There you go.
You just need, because the thing was, it received FM stereo. I'm like, wow, man, that's kind of awesome. So there you go.
Gettysburg Ma'am says, this is off topic, but I learned something interesting today. Did you know the last Civil War veteran died in 1956 at the age of 106?
I heard it was 59, so you are very much in the ballpark. I was thinking, I believe that,
I did not know that.
He served for the Confederacy and he was like 12 years old as a drummer boy.
Wow.
I think that was the deal. Yeah, he was quite advanced.
Eric is saying, did you ever have or ever seen one of those testers? My father had one.
A tube tester?
Yeah. Yes, vacuum tube testers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Own one. Doug here owns one. I believe I might have facilitated Doug having a tube tester.
I'm Madam Cleo, and I will tell you what you're thinking and what time it is. Madam Cleo. I don't remember Madam Cleo.
You need to take the crystal ball and you shake it, and then you turn it over, and then the answer appears.
Call me now for your reading.
555.
Good to see you, Tracy. Thank you.
Well,
thank you.
So yeah, we actually own a tube tester that came from one of my friends. I don't know where the hell he got it, but he chose well because it's a really cool deco-looking device. It's a early 50s Simpson. It looks exactly like their big meters.
John says there was a contestant on What's My Line who was at the Ford Theater when Lincoln was shot.
No way. What was he, 6? That's craziness.
Oh, I'm thinking about All About Eve when she's stressing out about her age. Mm-hmm. He says, I've always denied the rumor that you were in the theater.
In the theater when Lincoln was shot?
Our American Cousin. Yeah. I've always denied that you were in Our American Cousin the night Lincoln was shot.
And there she is acting in a play named Aged in Wood.
Yes.
That is so cynic, I tell you. What has been aged in wood? Most of the products we're using tonight have been aged in wood, and they're actually quite nice. Thank you very much. I can recommend our brandy. I can recommend the rum I've been using.
She was busted for being fake. This is Madam Cleo. I was wondering if she could read your future. Why didn't she know the law was coming for her? Exactly.
If you can figure out my lucky numbers, why can't you figure out your lucky numbers?
He says, here's my updated Stephen Wright joke. I couldn't find my socks, So I asked Siri. I said, "Hey Siri, I can't find my socks." She said, "They're behind the couch." Oh my gosh, Tracy's watching us at Best Buy. I love it.
Can you broadcast?
Can you like broadcast us to all the TVs?
Via Bluetooth, the entire bank of television sets? I think that'd be awesome. People would be like, who are these people?
Yeah,
what the hell are they? What?
Still one of the best movie scripts ever. Totally agree.
Seriously, which one?
All About Eve.
Oh, Eve. Eve is in.
Denied your.
Pardon me. A little gas. A little gas. Eve is an intensely tight script. It's like watching Dr. Strangelove in terms of pacing. It's really like bang, bang, bang.
Night, Peter. Yeah. Good to see you.
And it has like all of the acid-tongued jokes from Broadway at the time. It works so well.
Her lucky numbers were on her prison uniform.
You know, I heard there was that deal about 5 or 6 years back, maybe longer, where, you know, people will get a fortune cookie at the Chinese American restaurant, and it gives you lucky numbers. Well, you know, those are all printed out in a factory, and many people get those numbers. And apparently, I think this was the Massachusetts lottery. Some people got that and decided to play it, and like 6 people won the lotto. Those numbers came up. It's hilarious. I love that, and I wish that I would get a fortune cookie that would win me about, I don't know, $20,000 would be really great right now. I don't need like $1 million right now. I just, you know, a few bucks would definitely help.
We're looking for ovens. Okay.
Ovens?
Ovens at Best Buy.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, excellent. We did not get an oven at Best Buy. We actually got ours in mail order, I think. It was delivered. And I managed to get it in place, and then we had professionals install it.
Will you be making a drink to celebrate Cinco de Mayo coming up this Sunday? Well, you need a little something.
Here's my joke, okay? People will tell you, we're coming up on Saturday.
Is this bad?
Saturday? No.
Do I need to groan?
No, well, you might need to groan, I don't know. But the people are going to be talking to you about the date on Saturday, which of course is May the 4th. And what people will say is, may the 4th be with you. So there's all these Star Wars jokes. And I came up with a Star Wars joke. And it might actually be read on the air on Saturday. You'll have to listen to the Double Dip Recess show. I did send it to Roger. So we'll go from there.
Oh, did you? Did you call it in?
I called it in. I'm not going to tell the joke because that would be telling. So, but in the meantime, I like to also say the following day after the 4th, of course, is the 5th. And I say, may the 5th be with you.
And also with you.
Now, you'd have to understand that historically, this is
everything's made out of plastic these days. Yes, Teresa.
Bottle size known as a 5th, which happens to be about exactly the same size as a 750 ml, which is a strange size when you can simply just have a bloody liter. There's history behind that, which I'm not going to go into now. But if you'd like a lesson, after hours.
Oh, Eric says, I just want enough money for me and Dime to have modular synth stuff. Oh, I just want enough money to do the addition on this house.
Well, gentlemen, you understand that you could spend a fortune on this Moog stuff. You could spend a much larger amount on vintage Moog stuff. You could get into VCS3, all these classic systems. They all need service. Or, you know what you could do is go to the Paya company and buy modules and build them. You can make your own modular, and it's got that fat analog sound you love, and you save a bundle.
I want some of that ripple that Fred Sanford had. Too bad Peter already signed off. He would agree.
Oh, Peter would definitely agree about the bum line. I think Peter is going to show up at a Honda, and he's going to have the bum line challenge, which will challenge the Glendora wine challenge, which is not a challenge. It's just wine, which is great. I'm thinking.
What? I don't remember that commercial, Eric.
Funny stuff. But anyway, yeah, if you want to talk analog synth, you can build this stuff, and you can get the kits, and it's a lot of fun to build, and it will save you a bundle, and then you just start patching, have a lot of fun. Big fat analog sounds, lots of good stuff, and they sell all of the effects modules and stuff. Get yourself like a vocoder and what else you need in there? Ring mod. You need a ring modulator. Big fun. Sequencer.
I'll buy the kits if Eric solders them together.
Fair enough.
Okay.
If you need somebody to solder together, I happen to be a pretty good practitioner. So
Glendora needs to do a TikTok challenge with bad wines. Oh my God, that would
This is no good. Oh, this is terrible. I'm throwing this away. Watering the plants, they will die.
Oh my God, we need to do it. I mean, she needs to do it.
She needs to do it.
She needs to do it.
Okay. Speaking of needs to do it, I'm completely out of a thing, so I got to figure that out.
Oh, I know, Julie. Exactly. I want enough money to put the addition on our house.
Yeah, that's about it.
That is yeah.
That is not 7 figures.
Yeah, Julie says I wouldn't mind a modest lotto win, but I don't need the stress of being responsible for millions. Yeah.
Well, honestly, I think about that sometimes. If I bother to play, it's like, suppose you win the big one. I'm like, well, there's the government takes about half of that, so fine, you do the big payout or whatnot. I'm like, if it's this massive surplus, I kind of think like, buying the annuity, I'm set for life, and then I start giving it away to my friends. That's what I would do. My favorite charities and my friends. Not necessarily the same thing. And it's kind of like, you have a project, now you've got the money to do it, so go do it. But you better do it because I'm watching. So, but that's what I would do. Oh
yeah, and I would make our films.
And I make our films. So a lot of people out there like to accumulate massive amounts of wealth for the sake of accumulating wealth. There's no point to that whatsoever. If you accumulate wealth, do something with it.
I want enough money to have an underground tiki bar. That would be nice. No basements here.
Oh, yeah. Now you're talking.
Yeah, see.
You got to build a fallout shelter.
Oh, and a hot tub.
One
hot tub.
Well, a hot tub can be had at the supermarket for about $1,000. It's not that much.
I don't want a supermarket hot tub.
No, you don't. But you can get like a better quality hot tub for about $3,000.
Should we start a GoFundMe for the motel? Yes.
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 For which motel? I can't read any of this. Oh, okay. Yep. Well, there we go.
Buy a lotto ticket when it's up to 800 million. Because 150 million is just not enough.
Peanuts.
We don't even buy them. That's the thing. Paul's always like, well, if I just want to win. I'm like, you got to be in it to win.
You have to buy a ticket,
You have to actually buy a ticket. Oh, wait, he's at the bar. Hold on.
I'm not there yet.
You look like you're there.
No. I'm still wondering whether I need some sour, which I do, because it's like totally out. Better do it.
I was going to turn on the bar cam, but
I know what to do.
He stepped away. Oh, scroll up. Okay. The Velvetiki Motel. Yes. So we can all stay there and meet on weekends around the pool and drink all night long. That just sounds like heaven. I feel like that's what heaven looks like. Oh my gosh. And a hot tub that's not gross. Yes. Yes. I love that idea. People always like, you should open a tiki bar. And I'm like, the last thing I want is, well, not the last thing, but among the lower on my list things I want in my life is to own a commercial bar. But a Velvetiki motel, if someone else ran it, that would be great. I love that idea. Okay. Wait. That's hell. It's too cold in heaven to make rum. It has to be what heaven looks like. I'm with Gettysburg, ma'am. Yes. Flashing Velvetiki motel sign in Palm Springs. The desert dust hanging in the air. Oh, it could be faulty towers, though. I'm thinking of like Schitt's Creek, but like after they got it together, I love this idea. I was thinking about that recently because I was thinking about when we shot a video at Kate's Lazy Meadow, which she doesn't own anymore, but it was just so incredible, like with all the different little cabins and they all had their different decor. I love that. We stayed at the Shady Dell in Bisbee, Arizona, which was all the different trailers. Oh. I envy people who can do that all the time. That's a great job. That's a great way to make a living. Paul could pass for Basil Fawlty. The restaurant at the end of the universe. I love this idea. Okay. Have Paul's outline for the Velvetiki Motel in neon with a moving arm with a cocktail. Rad. Yeah, just put a coconut in my hand, in my casket with an umbrella in it. I'll be ready at the gates. Oh, if I want a crazy, okay, Daniel's saying, if I want a crazy amount, I purchase the Tiki Resort, make it a destination with a real bar. Yeah.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah.
I think you and JJ Tiki are going to be like, oh, let's
Yep.
partner.
Yep.
Let's do it. So I'm at the bar.
Dime says, speaking of hotels, we booked our hotel for the way back in Erie, PA.
Erie.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Hello.
great, Dime. Okay, gotta turn on the bar cam.
Bar cam.
There we go.
All right. I think I still don't have a microphone on. Or is it
going all over the place?
Now it is. Since you turned it on.
Oh.
Turn it off.
Yeah, we're making some Eric music over here. So this is a classic called the Royal Hawaiian.
Okay.
And it is one of those fantastic tropical classics involving gin. Yep, I love the fact that is. So this starts with 2 ounces of said gin. Choose your poison, but I will poison myself with Bombay. About half an ounce of lemon juice. It's a good place to be. We need about half ounce of orgeat, the said orgeat. I've been reading legal papers all day. That's about right.
Said orgeat.
Said orgeat. Okay. And I think this typically calls for a pretty heavy hit of pineapple. I usually dial that down. I forgot the pineapple. Titch.
Manny, Moda. I just all I can think of too. It's like the 5th dimension. I know, it really is. It's creepy. And it went on for far too long. The echoing. I was thinking, we really, really need a road trip. You guys, I got to get out of Dodge. Acting is no joke. An acting career is no joke. However, we are going away. Not this coming weekend. The weekend after. Thank goodness. Because I have to get out of Dodge.
I got to get out of this town.
We control the gym. I control the room in the Velvetiki Room. Paul versus Mad Professor, remixed by Eric. I love that. I love that. Lisa made a blooming onion. Ooh, yummy. I love that.
Ooh, that's a heavy.
I want the Tiki aliens to take me to their planet.
All right. 1.5 ounces of the pineapple.
Okay, 1.5 pineapple.
Yep.
Hold on, 1.5 ounces pineapple.
All right. And I thank you for doing a great job cleaning the bar earlier. And now I've spilled pineapple juice all over it because this can is a pain. I'm going to add some orange bitters because I have them.
I scrubbed the bar.
Yeah, pristine. It was.
How much orange bitters did you use?
A bunch.
A bunch of orange bitters.
A bunch of orange bitter. Shake with ice.
All right, got it. It has been captured. The drama.
My life is a drama. Now, I will also use one of these fine Turtle's cocktail type glasses.
We need the coupes.
I believe they are still a bit. Actually, have a coupe.
They have a coupe that's the same.
Oh, yeah, we do need their coupes.
We need the coupes.
True. I happen to like a coupe a lot. It's a great champagne type of glass.
Wire up.
Yep.
Wire over there.
You need to get rid of them.
Maybe you bring me a beer or something. Mm-hmm. I've already consumed a tremendous amount of booze. So, should probably dial it down.
That's exactly what you want in the spring. All right.
Should probably dial it down, but I don't feel like stopping entirely. So,
well, no.
Beer it is.
Beer it is.
I'm going to try this.
Yes, please to try.
Like I've never tried a Royal Hawaiian before. Still delicious.
Still good.
I like that. I feel like the bitters help that out.
It doesn't
honestly.
hurt. It doesn't hurt.
Pool boy to bring me a drink. Exactly.
Oh, waiter.
We were in some store recently where I saw a pillow that said like Cabana boy bring me a drink. I was like, I shouldn't buy that. And I didn't, but I thought about it for half a second.
I thought about it pretty hard.
I really did think about it.
Isn't it great to have the bar cam? Maybe we always need the bar cam.
Are you just cleaning?
Yeah, me. There we go.
Dance, pool boy, dance.
I'm not the pool boy.
He's the Cabana boy.
I'm not the Cabana boy. I'm the co-host.
Keep telling yourself that.
You know what?
Do it, buy it. I can go back and see if it's still there.
I can't freaking believe it. I caught the peel and I didn't use it.
Oh, I can believe it.
I can believe it. Pete's sake. Add slice of lemon peel.
Did you bring me my beer?
No.
He did not.
Express some oil over the drink. Enjoy. You know what? You get the aroma of the drink, and you're like, wow, there is a little bit more
have some water.
Lemon flavor.
Hydrating.
Good. Get some pie too.
I know. I've already had quite a bit of pie. Thank you.
Okay.
No more for Kelly. She's driving. I'm trying to be good.
But you want to be bad. Oh, this is a good one.
Is it clean?
Yep.
I guess it was upside down. I'm going to tell myself it was upside down, the glass. And now I'm trying to hydrate. All right. I've had a ton of water today.
Now, this is, of course, a classic Jungle Queen chimney glass.
I was on the Jungle Queen when I was a tiny child.
Tiny tot. There you go.
I was a tiny
and
tot.
I cannot see a riverboat like that without thinking, left a good job in the city.
It's yours.
Waking for the man every night and day. So
I saw that glass at the Goodwill, and I was like, Jungle Queen? I was on the Jungle Queen. It even says Fort Lauderdale.
Coming with me now. Yeah. I had never been to Fort Lauderdale until, about 2008,
well, we wait.
Perhaps.
We hydrate. Exactly.
You wait, you hydrate. Every reputable bar is bringing you a glass of water these days.
Radar's working.
Space it out.
I can see an island map by the Dutch in the 17th century.
What's working?
Radar.
Who's radar? I'm missing conversation.
Dutch radar.
Oh, there we go. Excellent.
You know.
As in on the vessel. Good.
We're in the Christopher Honeyman. It was so bad. It was fun. I think I was 4 when I was on it. So
it's
yeah.
been a long time since.
But I was a tiny tot. But then I saw the glass. I was like, oh, I have to have it.
Nostalgia.
Yes.
Good stuff.
I'm waiting for the head to.
Yeah.
I'm squishing its head.
I crush your head.
I'm
crushing it. It's good fun. There's we've got a fair amount of glassware.
16 tons. What do you get?
Filthy.
Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you come because I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. And pinching your face, exactly.
I'm not going to sing the rest of it, but you know how it goes. Yep, classic song. I believe that's Merle Haggard who actually composed that. Big hit, and everybody covered that. I remember back in the day finding versions by Ernie Ford, who actually had like huge hit, but also the Platters. Platters have that like that baritone. He really takes it
funny
down.
you called him Ernie Ford.
Yep.
I'm like, no, Tennessee. Oh, yeah.
We know what we're talking about. Ernest Ford, Esquire.
His name was not actually
Tennessee. No, his parents did not name him Tennessee. They didn't do that. It would have been weird.
Lisa says, so when are you guys going to make VLK coupe glasses?
This is our second request. So unless you requested last time, in which case it's actually really our first request. But I will say it this way. The more people request, the more likely it is that we would be able to fulfill an order because, of course, we can't make one. But we could make
one and one A.
We could make half a gross, which is saleable. So that's possible. And I would love them.
They'll be ready for the Bisbee. B-roll on persistence this season. Sticky signed on for some game fishing.
Truth. She did.
We want to shoot we need your help to shoot a film.
Yeah, Truth. I think what she was signing on for at the time, she might be watching tonight because I believe that she is officially
retired.
She is out of it. Out of the work cycle, people. She is not taking what they're giving. She is not working for a living.
Not me, my sister.
Yeah, this is.
I'll never retire. I'll never be retiring.
No, I will.
I'll just be working until I die.
You'll find me collapsed over the edit suite, actually working on video, or the soldering iron. Hopefully, I'm not collapsed over the soldering iron.
Oh wait, you're here now.
Yes, I'm here.
Back to regular.
Truth, regular TV. Back to our regularly scheduled. I'll look over there.
Oh, it's over here.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't get far. I wanted to be
out
asking. I wanted to be out of the way of getting knocked over.
Asking. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Retirement, huzzah! I know.
Mm-hmm.
What is retired? I don't know that word you speak. Eric, me either.
What is?
I'll be working until I die.
No, I'll just keep going. I was telling somebody recently who was talking about the said subject. I was saying, I will stop doing certain things. But actual retirement, like I am officially done with work in my life, will honestly never happen because I've got to do something. Even if I stop doing job and said, well, I'm just going to be on the workbench putting stuff together and fixing things.
Lisa says, I love it when we do old man beer tastings. I think we could probably arrange another one.
It could be done. I need to get some more old man beer.
Like next week.
It's not that difficult. Next
week-ish.
If I could source some hams, that would be awesome. It's still being made. Heffenreffer, not so much. Oh man, good old Heffenrecker.
Heffenrecker.
Yeah, people call these things. I missed using that product by that much. It's just by this much.
John says, I think Paul should spend his retirement time fixing electronic equipment.
Which John says this?
John McDonough.
Oh, okay. Well, you're probably right, my friend. And the fact is, I've already got a head start because I fixed Dennis's. I just got a request from Ray to work on his Pioneer, and it's just replacing a bunch of parts. And he has the plans and the parts. I'm like, well, it makes life a lot easier. And then there's the stuff that I picked up 35 years ago that I still need to fix. It's about time I did. But I've gotten a few things going, and every time I'm down to the workbench, listen to Fisher Audio, baby. It's
awesome. Eric.
Awesome.
Eric says most people who stop working end up with all kinds of health issues. Better to be busy.
It is.
The
idea of like stopping doing what you're doing and then you just sit in a chair and watch a hockey game.
My joke is,
I don't know, man.
Old actors never retire. And then usually the rest of that joke is they just blah blah blah. But to me, that's like the whole joke. Old actors never retire.
Yeah, that's it.
End of sentence.
And people will be like, "That's not a joke. That's horrifying." It's like it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It's kind of life. But look,
I chose this life, or as my voice teacher likes to say, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it.
Fred, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it.
It's like, oh, I meant Strangers Electronics for money. John said yes.
Oh yeah, true. Well, I was thinking to myself,
it is guest star on Fantasy Island or Love Boat. Exactly.
Truth.
Exactly. Or probably now they just get a reality TV show.
Something like that. We need another Fantasy Island for Pete's sake. I'm telling you. Oh, well, there was a revived Fantasy Island. I believe it was Malcolm McDowell as Rourke. Well, that's weird. Much more menacing than the original Rourke. Anyway, but you're right about fixing strangers' electronics for cash. I was thinking, like, you know where the money is? It's not in the consumer level, like, consoles and stuff.
Clearly, I don't know where the money
no
is.
way you can make a profit in that stuff. But guitar guys and their goddamn tone. Oi, you can make that work because you can jig it properly.
I am exiting retirement soon, Doug says. Seems like people who enjoy working never stop working. Yes, super chicken. Yes, exactly. He always says, maybe the job was dangerous when you took it.
I don't know about that, AC.
The job was dangerous when you took it.
Yeah. Jay Ward Enterprises, brilliant. And the funny thing is, it didn't get Super Chicken as a child. You did. I totally missed Super Chicken. And George of the Jungle. How did I miss that?
Lisa says, I love Hales beer. Actually, my uncle distributed different beers to bars. He gave my parents a Ham's beer clock, which I learned how to tell time from. I love that.
I learned to tell time from the Ham's beer clock. That's making me think of a few things.
Eric says, boy, I can relate to Winnie the Pooh when he says, I'm rumbly in my tumbly. Oh.
Seriously. I'm relating to Ham's beer, because if you look really carefully, when it's one of those times you see a bear, he's talking Ham's beer. And all I can say to that is bum 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 bum.
Watch out for that tree.
Seriously. So Ham's,
Georgia.
I do not remember Ham's as a child. I think that was a regional product outside of my region. But did we get Gansett? Oh yeah. Yeah. Back when Gansett was Gansett, we got Gansett.
Paul, did you see the email I sent about the receivers?
Yes, I will respond to that. Thank you. Actually, I could tell you what I was going to say was send me model numbers and whatnot, and we'll talk. And that's easy.
Kalaka Boy says, and also at the Velvetiki Hotel, Glendora and Ellen Waite should do a stage show.
Ellen's waiting around for Glendora to get off the pot.
Glendora just stays on stage all night.
She just yak, and Ellen's like, No,
Ellen's just standing there getting more and more pissed.
And Glennie's like, no, just a minute, we're almost done.
Doug says the money will be in the industrial electric that the kids can't Google the cheat codes for. See, you need to talk to people.
I'm still thinking guitar amps because those guys are impossible. So I could fix your machine and make it sound like Mr. Gibson intended.
Oh boy,
and
John
then you'd
says
be happy.
We only got Rocky and Bullwinkle when I was a kid. Other J Ward cartoons were MIA. No, what?
Whoa, man,
that's crazy.
Yeah, pretty much that's it. I only remember Rocky and Bullwinkle. Like there wasn't any George, there wasn't any Super Chicken.
You didn't have those? Man?
We didn't have Super Chicken.
Oh, we did.
I think their trade-off was that we got Super Marionation. So hey, there you go. That was okay.
Yeah,
I was very dedicated to the Thunderbirds.
Things that are stuck in my head from childhood. George of the jungle, friend to you and me.
Friend to you and me. Bum bum
Watch
bum
out
bum
for
bum
that
bum.
tree.
Oh, he has
and
he has two sidekicks named Ursula and Fella. I just gotta love that. Yeah. But
I grew up on the Looney Tunes. John says yes.
Oh yeah.
Well,
they were around. They were around.
The best.
They were definitely around.
The best.
But then you discovered who am I thinking of? Right on my head. Oh, anybody who thinks I can just draw this information at a moment's notice, forget it. Tex Avery, you discovered, and then you're like, oh, it's all about Droopy Dog. Yep. Hello, Joe. Hilarious stuff. The classic animators are classic. I also grew up on a very heavy hit of DePatie Freeling.
Oh,
Fritz
yeah.
Freeling is some kind of genius.
Tex Avery, John's saying.
Yeah. Tex, thank you.
I'm thinking of
DePatie Freeling,
Pink Panther.
Who did all the Panther cartoons, and then the Inspector. So it was a parallel show, and the theme to the Pink Panther shows was the Pink Panther theme, and the theme to the Inspector was a shot in the dark, which is among the coolest things ever conceived.
Eric says
that is so
someone
good.
On YouTube did a 6-hour marathon of Sid and Marty Krofft shows.
Did they provide the hallucinogens, or did you have to provide that yourself? I'm just saying. Whoa!
Transmission says, talking with my mom. Oh, Doug says, my uncle drank hams, so we discovered that it didn't get skunked with heat. and it was what we took to Lake Havasu. Okay.
Ah, now you're talking.
All right.
If you're talking about possible skunk action, it's good that something will not do that. That's pretty happy.
Oh, yeah. Eric says, the smoking crack shows, Sid and Marty Krofft, Lidsville, Bugaloos, Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. Hi, Tim. Good to see you. Yay.
Woohoo. Is that Mo?
Yes.
Hey, Mo! Awesome. I just love to be able to say that. And we were just having a beverage with Mo Garrido the other day, and I was able to say, "Hey, Mo!" I don't think she really got that part, but that's okay.
It was loud.
That's okay. It was pretty loud.
Step our thingy.
Yes, I did. I'm enjoying the Royal Hawaiian, as you should be right now. I told you how to make it, so go find the ingredients and do it. That's just what I'm saying. You would enjoy it.
Errol says, love the Pink Panther poll. I thought you said your dog doesn't bit. That's not my dog.
It's not my dog. You did not see the criminals run out of here? What are you, blind? You know? But
this is one on YouTube. Eric's saying they showed Sigmund and the Sea Monsters, Land of the Lost, Electro Woman and Dinah Girl, Bugaloos, Hong Kong Fooey. Oh, God.
Oh, man. Fooey, Hong Kong Fooey pin sits in my hat, too, I think. He's over there.
You do have a Hong Kong Fooey.
I do have a Hong Kong Fooey pin. Yeah, as voiced by the incredible, unbeatable Scatman Crothers.
Aloha, Doug!
Just some kind of awesome. So I just gotta love that. And other tunes from that era that I remember, there was also, of course, the Shazam show and the Almighty Isis.
Oh, yeah.
And Almighty Isis was actually kind of a noted.
Oh my gosh, Eric says I met Teacher Hall. Oh, God.
Oh, man.
I remember she was like a soap star, right?
Yeah.
I remember her from the day, from the 80s.
Yeah. I remember the ISIS episode where she was investigating UFO hoaxes. Oh, that was great.
UFO hoaxes.
Right in the exact midst of all this BS about the
UFO hoaxes.
All this BS about the Bermuda Triangle. Suddenly it's like UFO fakes, you know? Most of them were. The simple fact is you talk to guys like J. Allen Hynek and then say, look, 95% of the stuff I investigated was bull.
Oh, Lisa's mom loved Peter Sellers.
Oh.
I love that.
Sellers was out of his mind, but
John says they have the kids from Caper. Don't you have that?
Yes, we own that too.
Okay.
I was able to turn that up. We also own Captain Cool and the Kongs, and I didn't find it when we did the whole thing.
Oh.
When we did the Croft
Eric,
episode, so
nice.
I got to do it again, damn it.
Eric says she was so nice and still has her costume and all kinds of stories about that show. I love that.
She's Isis?
Teacher Hall.
Oh, yeah. There we go. I'm also thinking about the...
Electro Woman and Dinah Girl.
Oh, she's Electro Woman. Yes. What is it like to be known as Dinah Girl? Hello, sidekick. You know? Yeah. But I was also thinking about...
Hey, you know what? It's work.
Not only was I thinking about Isis, I was thinking about the other Croft show, the Bugaloos. The Bugaloos is far out.
Oh, Dr. Strangelove. We have that film.
We have the film.
On DVD.
We have the soundtrack album. I will buy anything straight. I even got the promo single that's actually a completely different song.
Oh,
Fun.
John says, I wasn't a big fan of the Peter Sellers films, but the Goon Show, brilliant.
I will say the following about the Sellers films. You enjoy Strangelove because it's brilliant. You would probably hate The Party, but watch the movie and figure out where the film succeeds, because I finally got The Party, and it's got a great score. It's Mancini. Hello. And then there is the Lolita. A little underrated, and I think at the time it caused kind of a problem, but there's a lot of fun going on there. So
Lolita was, when I finally did see it, it was not what I expected.
Yeah. Nobody expected, because they thought they're like, oh, how are you going to make a dirty book into a movie in 1962?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they kind of didn't. So did their best with what?
Match Game, Eric. Yes. Okay, John says, okay, I do love Strangelove.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, you know.
Lidsville. Oh, yes, Lidsville.
Speaking of lids.
That show was mental, and I love it.
So I was actually...
Match Game is just like, shut it down. I love Match Game so much. We met Brett Summers.
Yeah, we did.
We met Brett Summers.
And she told great stories about such things. And then you can read the stories about Match Game, where they filmed like 6 episodes in a row. They were just like bang bang.
No, they would film like 2 weeks worth.
You would watch them, and you can see like they kind of like change costumes, but they just pick up where the last one left off, and they're just getting loaded the whole time. So by 6th episode, they are happy. Wow, that's a party.
Oh, I read the book. It made me feel oogie. Which book, John?
Which book, sir? Just asking. For
Strangelove? Okay, hold on. Oh, Lolita. I mean,
Lolita.
Okay, all right, all right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Strangelove was based on a book called Red Alert.
That's what reminded me of Match Game. Charles was hoodoo.
Oh, yes, hoodoo. I want that hat,
Yeah.
Bring me that child,
Yeah,
Weird.
Yeah, I guess Gene Rayburn lived in Cape Cod.
Yeah.
So he would just
fly
out to LA.
Shoot a bunch of stuff.
Every 2 weeks or so. Shoot like 2 weeks worth of episodes and fly his ass back to the Cape Cod.
You could do it. Some people did it at the time. Why am I living in Los Angeles? I could live in Cape Cod. That's Charles a better place.
Yeah, crushing your head. I'm crushing your head. Yeah, yes. And we're all into Charles Nelson Riley.
Does anybody remember the episode of The X-Files featuring Charles Nelson Riley? That I recall being probably the best thing they
did. The later episodes where they were loaded. Yeah. Let's just say that wasn't water in those water glasses.
Let's just say that's not the later episodes. That is all of the episodes.
No, I think it deteriorated, honestly. But
whoa, you mean like the first one they shot versus the 6th one they shot? True.
No, I just mean like when they first started, like I feel like the celebrities get ever so slightly more esoteric as things went on.
True.
Yeah.
Anyway. But I'm thinking.
Oh, Match Game. Yeah, on Amazon Prime. Okay. Yes. All right.
Now you're rocking. I'm thinking about what else. What else was I thinking?
We have finger puppets.
We do have Match Game finger puppets. I'm just saying. But who was actually?
Time to go grab them.
Who was prognosticating what I was thinking? Because I need that information again.
What was it about?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be asking.
Scrolling back, but
take a look. Maybe we'll pick it up again. The topics fly fast and furious around here. You're distracting me. So
your Sellers
is pretty good.
Show.
Yeah, game shows, things like that. I mean, I was thinking about stuff like I Love Yellows Be Tokeless with Sellers. Which is fun. It's not a great picture, but it's a fun picture.
Hi, Keith. Good to see you. You want to go grab the finger puppets?
I can.
I think you should.
Okay.
Match Game New Year's Eve. I love it. Gettysburg Mountain.
Oh yeah,
that's we gotta such a good idea.
That could take up a very large block of time.
All right, we need the finger puppets.
Okay. I'm just thinking about my next drinking.
Oh, John, you do need to see Being There.
Oh yeah, geez, Sellers, you need to see this thing.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Of any of these things you could possibly see, that one is so current now, and the film is 44 years old.
Yeah.
Think about that. Completely nailed it. But that is Hal Ashby, and a bit low key as a director, but man,
so creepy.
His stuff hits hard.
9-track.
I know. I was asking about if anybody remembered the episode of X-Files with Charles Nelson Riley, which I think was probably the best thing they ever did.
I do not.
How
did I not see this?
Just crazy the way that whole script worked. It was really cool, and they managed to get Charles, and he plays this character who was like the one sane character in the whole thing. It's actually really fun. I'd love to scare it up again. I was never a really huge watcher of the show, but every once in a while I'd see one and I'm like, that was a good script,
Are you going to cheat off of each other if you're doing it virtually? They were always doing that on Match Game.
Thank God.
All right, finger puppets.
Okay.
You know where they are,
I think that, yes I do. I think this is kind of done for. Well, it kind of is. And we can take you away.
Yeah, we can.
Take it away.
We're going to need more drinks for this. Just saying. Gonna need some vodka anyway. I think there have to be ways we can do match game virtually.
Should be by now.
Feeling this big time. I love this idea. He's taking his time. Oh, okay. I get to be Brett.
Of course you do. You don't want to be Charles.
Where did you get a shanty?
We had one.
Only one?
Yes. We've had one since the summer.
You get my Brett finger puppet.
I have my Charles finger puppet.
It says, I'm drunk.
His says, boobies. Yes. I would be able to come up with the answer, but Brett is screaming too loud.
I'm drunk. I'm drunk.
If Brett would shut up long enough, I could figure out what's going on.
I'm gonna shut up. You shut up.
You shut up.
You shut up.
You
shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Stop it. Shut up.
No, you shut up.
You need to shut up first.
You need to shut up.
I'll shut up if you shut up.
Shut up second.
You shut up first. Ah!
I'll shut up second.
Anyway, finger puppets are good.
So our friend Chris made these. Zanti jewelry.
Mm-hmm. If you do not know Zanti, you can look him up. Makes all sorts of fun pop culture stuff. So what I have here.
Want to be Fanny Flag, Lisa says.
Yeah, seriously. She
Yes.
had some fun lines. So what I have here is the one remaining shanty from last summer. This is the Narragansett shanty, which is a brilliant thing because Narragansett is able to deploy the fact that there is a local lemonade in Rhode Island.
Gettysburg Man wants to be Betty White.
Can pair up with. And they did it, and it is just brilliant. This is the best thing on the market. And guess what? I happen to have
Richard Dawson.
I happen to have a Narragansett glass, an actual vintage piece that came to us from our friends Paul and Bernie, who said, you may be interested in these. They deal with such things. So they had a very good price. What can I say?
Yes, Richard Dawson too.
So I'm going to crack this puppy. I've been waiting until...
Look in the class.
I was waiting until we had the worst weather, and then I didn't really do it because I thought it would be great to have a summer beer. But the weather is actually quite nice right now, and I'm pouring the beer now.
John says, there was an episode of Law & Order SVU where Martin Short played the villain. He was so creepy.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I love that show.
Yeah, you're a big fan, and I like SVU.
I'm not caught up on it, though.
I think that
Gettysburg Man wants to be Betty White. Lisa wants to be Fanny Flagg. Okay. Eric Tiki says, I want to be Gene Rayburn.
Hey, somebody's got to, right?
Errol wants to be Richard Dawson.
I get to kiss all the girls. Oh, wait, that's my other show.
Jack Klugman stinks. Britt was always saying that, yes.
She was.
They never got divorced. Did you know that?
Yeah, how about that? Yeah. He was kind of thinking about it, and I don't think he ever really.
Yeah, we could do match game in the streaming world.
I think it could happen. I'm trying to think who I need to play.
Yeah, we could do it however, I'll be Ann Robinson. Time says I'll be Bob Barker.
Boom, boom.
So, I think that somebody just turned into our driveway.
Hi. Yeah, somebody did.
So.
It is backing out.
Oh, they're leaving. Okay.
Oh, hey, bye. Hey, no, you can come in. What? Wait. Oh.
No, they can't.
Oh, well. Oh, well.
It's time for you to leave. Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Yeah, sometimes.
See you later.
Sometimes such things happen, I gotta say.
Well, we didn't give you... he bought the glasses. We bought the glasses from Paula. Yes.
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 Because, they...
Oh, my God. The lights just turned off.
I guess it's late enough. What the hell time is it anyway? Oh, it's 10.
We need to turn the lights back on.
I guess we need to get the lights back on. It looks kind of,
gives the place a kind of vacant look.
Sort of, what am I thinking of the term? I kind of can't think of the term.
Dark?
No, I was thinking cadaverous is the term I was thinking, yes. Gives the sort of cadaverous look to it, Maybe if I just crank up the lights over here, it won't be so bad.
No. Oh, that's terrible.
There we go. Hi. At least you can see us.
It's terrible.
I know the color lights are a lot of fun. They would just
John says if
lot
you
of
do
work to do.
Hollywood Squares, I claim George Goebel.
Oh man, one of our friends was always threatening to do a Hollywood Squares thing instead of Hana. And you would just have to build the squares that people could sit in and then they could do. And you would have to figure out how the hell that works in a room crawl setup. But it's not impossible. We made an upside down room work, so what the heck?
Did you pay your electric bill? It's on a timer. And IMHL, it goes off way too early, as you have just seen.
If we hadn't paid the electric bill, would I still have power from this light? Just asking.
I want to be center square.
Blaming center.
Yeah, it got suddenly super dark.
That side of things is still lit. I don't get it. I thought that this side went off.
It's probably going to turn off in a second.
Yeah, they're both on the same. They're on the same time, although that drifts.
Right. We need to reset the timer if we're going to be out here next week because
I guess so.
Jeez Louise.
As long as the weather
can't even
holds out, we can apparently do these tiki rooms, and hey, they're popular. I'll make the second appeal of the night. Anybody who's watching who is not already a patron.
You said you were already doing only doing one appeal.
I said I might do two.
You said you were doing one.
I said I might do two. This is the might two. I'm just saying. I'm doing it. So anybody who's already a patron and is supporting us, thank you so much. And who's already just sending us material things, you are here. We know who you are. That really actually helps things. And if you're just like, gee, I'd like to tip you, there is a button down at the bottom there where you can just go to Venmo and send us a tip. And that is much appreciated. It actually seriously helps what we do. So that's my appeal. It was less than 60 seconds. Go back to your regularly scheduled programming. But understand that there's a button there. Thank you.
John says Hollywood Squares was kind of match game in reverse.
Oh
my God, I love Pauline too.
Oh man.
It used to be grill casts.
So acid.
Ugh.
What, grill casts?
Grill casts.
I don't understand what that means.
Grilling at the broadcasting from the grill?
You mean from us? Yes, we've done grill casts.
We might do a grill cast.
We've done it primarily in the winter because it's nuts. So of course we do it. And I remember digging a long path to get to the grill and then having to dig out the grill, which is hilarious.
I dug a long path to the grill.
We both dug that path. Watch the video.
Who else remembers this?
Watch the video. We dug. We dig. Dig we must. These are the things. And, and then we fired that sucker up and everything worked fine. That's the thing. It could be 10 below. You're burning propane.
What would make casts from the grill? Exactly. Yes.
Seriously. The idea that you can't grill, it's cold. I'm burning fuel. I think it'll be fine, It's not like I'm trying to cook a turkey out here. It's just a couple of... It's a bunch of shrimp or steaks or pork loin. Come on. Don't be nuts. Chicken. Mostly
Paul manned the grill. Kelly made a path. Thank you. High five.
Who actually reported that information?
Eric.
Well, thank you, Eric. Well, I could watch it myself, but I will trust that you have the memory for such things. Because I have shoveled my way to that grill many times, and I don't necessarily remember whether we did it on video. So that's the important part.
We did.
But in this case, I did not. Apparently you shoveled the path to the grill.
So everybody, let's take a chance. Go underground and do the dig dug dance.
Dig dug. I prefer that to the safety dance myself. But
both of you use a shovel. Okay.
Apparently so. I thought so.
I do remember shoveling.
Yeah, y'all got a shovel. I think I was doing stairs and she was doing path, and who knows? We break up the labor around here because when you need to shovel out the driveway, you basically just need to go out and do it.
You dig?
So you dig?
Yeah, I dig.
Can you dig it?
I dig.
Can you dig it? Do you know? Boom.
Stop early now. Oh, Errol. Yeah.
These days when it comes to...
Let's just make each other a drink.
When it comes to
exactly.
When it comes to snow in the driveway these days, I'm like, what's the bare minimum I get away with? And we're good, because you know what happens when the weather gets to this temperature? It's all melted. Why am I shoveling all the stuff that's going to disappear?
It's warm here.
It's warm.
Oh, Kelly, check the VIP lounge if you can. Okay. I will check it right now.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Let's do it.
I mean, we go over all sorts of topics on the show because we're not afraid. But also the show.
I'm sort of afraid.
Well, this show is a refuge from the BS that's going on out there, because the BS is totally stupid.
Oh my gosh, Getting From Ma'am, I love it.
Hello.
I threw together a quick generic mock-up of the Velvetiki Motel. We
need
this in our life. Yes, we do.
Well, that's fun.
Yes, we do.
Well, that's all kinds of fun over there. Thank you. That's much appreciated.
We do. Hold on.
I like it. I like it.
I love it.
Very cool. Is this inside the VIP room? If you're not a member of the VIP room and would like to be, you can
free.
Find it easily, and all you need to do is answer 3 or 4 questions. Not a big deal. We just need to vet people to make sure they're not robots, and of course we will let you in. And you can find all sorts of fun stuff. You only have to answer
a few simple questions.
They're simple.
That are like, I'm not crazy.
Well,
okay, good.
Yeah.
We don't want crazy people.
Well, not here.
Well, good crazy. Good crazy is fine. Bad crazy, not so cool. Oh, Barry Lyndon. That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, in terms of Kubrick.
Yes.
Yeah. I've seen parts of that. I don't know that that's where I would go to begin with, but it's very well done.
The Clams were playing in our car last week. I love hearing live music. Oh,
yes. Too good.
Shuffle flamethrower.
Hello.
Oh, Jesse says, I have the LP for Dr. Strangelove too. Oh.
You do. It's very cool. Oh. One laments the fact that the amount of Dr. Strangelove on there is 1 track. 1.
Oh, Errol
But Strangelove doesn't have much music.
The show is a refuge, Paul. I call it a midweek break from the craziness.
I try.
I agree.
We try.
I agree.
We try. I'm trying really hard, and the
crazy. Velveteen Hotel matchbook. Yeah, well, if we're gonna do it, we got to do it all the way.
You've got to get all the parts, matchbooks and ashtrays, that kind of thing. But we really try to keep the nuts out of here. It's all about interesting, fun topics like people used to do.
Paths of Glory.
Before they got stupid. So let's.
John says Paths of Glory is a good one.
Oh, Paths of Glory is excellent. Yeah, if you're talking Kubrick.
Zach says, okay, I'm leaving the boat and heading home. Oh, Doug, I'm so excited you're on the boat. That makes me so happy.
That's awesome. I love that concept. I've seen pictures. It's a great boat. With Kubrick, Paths of Glory is a good thing. The Killing is a pretty fun picture. It's a really, really early Kubrick, but really fun things happen. And after Paths, it's a couple of years, and then there's something called Spartacus, which is a really big budget Hollywood thing that is not his bag, and he hated it. I still find merit in it. But then you've got Lolita and Strangelove, and now you're well on your way.
Okay, Eric, I'm gonna share the link. I'm gonna drop the link. Hold on. Hold on. Share. Copy link. Okay. Dropping the link. This ought to do it.
Go. I see it.
Velvetiki Motel key fobs. Yes, yes.
Hello.
And our friend Chris, who made the finger puppets, he at least used to do that. I don't know if he still does that.
I have to ask him about that. But yeah. I have one that says.
Hi, Johnny. Good to see you.
That says Quint's Boat Rental. That's a fun one.
Yes.
And you have one that is a Florida hotel.
I have a Golden Girls.
Yes.
Shady Pines.
Shady Pines.
Retirement.
So.
Hotel.
Not a hotel.
Hotel.
It's a living facility.
Yeah, I forget. It's Shady Pines. I do remember that.
Anyway, but yes, hilarious show. So.
You should come up with a Velveteen Lounge kimono attire.
Oh.
Okay.
One is just saying.
We have a kimono. I have a kimono up in the attic that was Paul's mom's. That
Yeah.
I think it was like legit kimono.
Like this came from Japan circa 1952.
Yeah.
When somebody might have been in Korea. That would have been her brother. So yeah. I mean,
it's
there
so
are
weird to me that your phone is still echoing even though you turn off.
I turned the damn thing down. It will not turn off, and I could not get the echo cancellation to work. So this needs work.
Okie dokie.
But still, it's really great to be able to be.
What happens at the Velvetiki Motel stays at the Velvetiki Motel.
Down at the No-Tell Motel.
I gotta find that kimono. Mm-hmm. It's definitely. I know approximately where
I know where
it
is, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
That's important.
I think your mother would appreciate that I wore it.
She would very much, because she kept it all those years.
She did.
And she lived through that entire period. And one of the things that she did was
dime custom Velveteen Lounge merch, men's Hawaiian shirts. Oh, Eric says I want a Velvetiki Motel fez. These are all great ideas. I love hearing your ideas.
I love the ideas.
Yeah.
Actioning these ideas, I'll use a little business speak here, a little corp speak for you. It will take some pre-orders and some capital, but not that much capital. It doesn't have to be that nuts. You can order surprisingly small amounts of product these days.
It's a red wine night, Johnny says.
Hey!
Oh, Johnny, jealous. We don't have any red wine. That sounds really good.
Seriously,
actually.
We're at Zilch over here. I haven't have
really good.
I haven't have a classic shandy myself, and you're working on a locally made IPA, which is pretty awesome.
Which is disappearing so
disturbingly quickly. I'm telling you.
I never finished my pie. The pie is good. This is the Mai Tai pie.
Mai Tai pie is excellent.
From Beach Bum Berry's Taboo Table.
Yep.
It came out very well.
It came out much better than you thought it was going to, and I thought, well, I
feel like they said to stir it too long, but no worries. It came out fine.
At the end of the day, it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you need to stir a little harder.
Mm.
Oh, yes? You thought of something.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
It's when we were purchasing an old missile silo, converting it to the Velvetiki Motel. That's a good idea, actually.
Well, there's plenty of those around.
Lisa says, a fez. I would buy a fez for Harold. Ah!
You'd love it. You'd love it. You know where there used to be missile silos?
Where?
Midwest, Alaska. Yeah, true, but New Jersey. New Jersey was a big site for it wasn't the Minuteman missiles. I think it was Bomark. It was like one of those damn anti-missile missiles that never really worked.
Anti-missile missile.
Yeah. And those sites were around, and some of them are still there. So you're talking like underground bunker, hardened concrete. Hello, motel. What do you know? Available from the government for $1.
Government?
You develop it.
Available from the government?
I said government.
You said government?
I did not say government. She might have meant government. I don't know. I don't know. But look, these are fun ideas.
Some old Nike missile silos around here. What?
Oh, yes, that's right. I think you're right. I think it was Nike missiles, not Bomark. These were they were basically anti-ballistic missiles. They were designed to shoot down missiles. Missiles to shoot down missiles. And the fact is that the 60s technologies couldn't possibly find a ballistic missile shooting at you from the sky.
I love the fez idea, by the way, you guys. This is why I love when you give us ideas, because I never would have thought about that. So that's super fun.
I was now thinking.
Just saying.
Fezes. Although the fact is, I think I own 3. So clearly that sort of thing could happen. Yeah.
I think 3, yeah.
Yeah, I think 3.
You do.
Yeah. Somewhere
I just want a beer, Lisa says.
I don't want a beer.
I'll be Angela Lansbury.
I'm thinking, one of the fezzes I own is a Tiki Tea fez. Because when we were there last, they had them. They were not outrageously priced.
Oh, I was never thinking about that.
And I said, yes, I should have that. And I happen to have that on me at this Ohana event. And I see a gentleman all dressed up in line for dinner. He's all 3-piece suit, ready to go. Wool. for Pete's sake, in the heat. And I said, sir, I think you need a fez. He's like, yeah, I think I do too. I said, hold on. Went to the room, got a tiki fez, said, here you go. And he ever after remembers me as the guy who handed him a tiki fez online. Because I'm like, you need this.
And by online, you mean standing in line.
Standing in line.
Not
He
online.
was not on the internet. He was actually standing in a real queue. So
TMBG Fest. Do they still have those? Because he does not have one of those, but he needs one of those.
I do not. I do not collect fezzes,
I need
but
to get
sometimes.
A fez. Where can I get one? Okay, hold on, Lisa. How's that site called?
You're looking for, doesn't Archie McPhee hawk fezzes?
No. Hold on.
What are you thinking of? Wondering.
No.
I know that McPhee does sell some fezzes, which are pretty cool.
The name of this.
But if you want like some nicer quality fezzes,
hold on.
You could check Tiki Tea. I do not know if they still sell it, and if they do, they should sell it online. The price was not crazy when I bought mine. All felt fez, all wool, which means that if it's super hot, your head will sweat. But they're all like that. I don't know why they do this. Why is a fez made of wool? I mean, it's standard headgear in certain parts of the world.
Lisa, I am going to drop the link.
Check this.
I cannot remember the name of the company, but I just did.
Oh, yes.
Fez-orama.
Fez-orama. Yes. Yeah, you need to see this. And
hi, Tom. Good to see you. Thank you for dropping by.
Tom. Tom who?
Okay. Tom Petroselli.
Oh, hey, Tom. Awesome. I can't see. It's over there.
I hope I pronounced your name right.
Well, it's either Petroselli or Petrocelli. Take your pick. But I bet it's Selly.
Dropping the link. It won't be hot, so you're gonna have to copy and paste it. But
yeah, so you do.
But Eric says I will greet people at Velvetiki Hotel with my best Foster Brooks.
So anyway, we're really glad you could come here. Yep.
Oh my gosh, Errol says I bought several tons of fluorine. There was a governance they were working to pay big to dispose of. When I worked at a chemical plant, made fluorographite with it, paid $1 for it. What?
There's such a thing as fluorographite? What? I'm really starting to wonder about things, because fluorine itself, of course, is highly poisonous.
I don't know if John and John still make them. I know John. Yes. John, yes. John and John. They might be Johns, but yes.
Yes, those Johns.
Motel Key posted in the VIP room. Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Tom says I have many fezzes. Pronounced Petrocelli. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, pronounced Petrocelli, Petrocelli, or Petroch.
Petro. I would like to speak to Mr. Petrocello.
You know, from now on, we're going to call you Mr. Petrocelli.
I swear to Pete. These sorts of things.
Yeah. Every time we see you now, we're going to be like,
hello.
Hello, Mr.
Signore
Petrocelli.
Petrocelli, you know. Oh,
hi, Rivo. Good to see you.
Awesome.
Ooh, okay. Rivo shared another link. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Much appreciated. I'm still marveling at Petrocelli or Saley. These kind of things.
We're going to call you Mr. Petrocelli from here on out.
You can completely mutilate your name in a sort of English way, and you'll say, aha, yeah, probably not.
But I was going to check something, but the VIP room. Hold on.
VIP room's a good thing to check. Wanted to just say, yes, we actually we endeavor.
The Gettysburg, ma'am, you're just like our muse.
Oh man, you're just like
you're the best.
Look at that.
Velvetiki Motel.
And you got the right color too.
I love it.
She got the VIP room, people.
I love it.
Fun stuff coming through.
Do this.
Coming through. Well, folks, we've been on the air for an hour and some change. Yeah, school night for me, so we probably need to
Fluorographite is crazy slick. It's used for coating wire insulation. For pulling it through aircraft or shipping, you walked in that room like walking on wet ice. Oh,
man.
Okay, all right,
Yep.
all right.
Coated. Fluorine, fun stuff. Not good to breathe.
No, Gettysburg Ma'am, I love it. You are not spamming. You are not spamming.
No.
Truly touched.
Big one.
Truly touched.
So final appeal, folks. If you love what we're doing here and you'd like to throw us a tip or something, it's right there at the bottom of the page. Much appreciated if you do.
Again.
And obviously, our regular patrons, you're already doing it. We really appreciate that. It makes the show
Julie,
happen.
Thank you for joining us.
It is very important. And we still have merch. You will like some merch? Talk to us about merch, and away we go. And that's the extent of the appeal. I'm done. I'm not going to hammer you every 5 minutes with this stuff. I have not been doing that.
He is not.
I'm not.
He is not.
I'd like you to have an enjoyable experience here. This is a salon. We would like to talk to you about certain subjects. Have some fun. This is a refuge from...
I'm creeped out that the lights went off.
That's the timer. I said it that way.
We gotta make it a little later.
We have not been intending to be out here. Whatever. So look.
I thought we were intending to be out here for this broadcast.
You didn't talk to me about the timing on the lights. I would have corrected it. Jeez. People, please. Anyway.
Just saying.
I'm trying to tell people, like, this is what we appreciate and this is what we like. And we're very appreciative you could be here for a couple hours on a Wednesday out of your valuable time, because you could be doing a lot of things. But if you're here with us, enjoying a few bits of conversation, our conversation always goes a lot more left field than, I dare say, a lot of shows would do. We're actually open to all these things, but we also cut out the BS because everybody else is slinging BS. That's not what we do. We are trying to provide an alternative to all the junk out there, because there is way too much junk, and I'm really tired of it, and you deserve better than that.
Eric says your cabana boy is very cranky.
I'm telling him that he deserves better than the junk out there, because he does. And that's really the extent of that. If that's crank, then I'm guilty. I'm trying to make your life better. There you go.
I'm trying to make your life better.
Accept it, man. Look, end of the day, the simple fact is that you've joined us for a couple of hours, which is a lot of your time, and I respect that. We try to bring you fun topics and things like that. I mean, we brought you some unique drinks tonight. Geez, my last actual shandy for the season, from last season. Which actually came to us from Terrell. Brought those to our party last year.
Oh
that's right.
Goodness.
Because I was holding one, and he's just like, it's like, would you like a shandy? He's like, I have one. He was holding a shandy.
Wow,
like,
it's been a minute since that
you,
party.
Sir, are
okay.
Yeah. That was the one featuring Surfer Joe.
Yes, yes, it was.
You can watch the rebroadcast on that. We try to bring you fun
stuff. You guys
stuff.
shutting down. Lisa says, yeah, it's, Lisa, I got nothing.
Hey, listen. It is fantastically awesome to see you on a Wednesday for the amount of time that we can. It's great to talk about whatever the hell is on your mind, because I know you do not bring stupid topics. You're here to put some more interesting things out into the conversation. It's very important. There's too much junk out there. We're trying to cut down to that. And you do that every single time. Love that. Love that. The conversation flows this way and that. It's all fun 20th century stuff.
Oh, Eric, I agree. The show's so much better than the news right now.
Oh, don't even go there. You know, I go to work and there's the Bloomberg zipper. I'm like, people will say, "What's on the news?" I'm like, nothing good. Don't even look. It's not even the financial news is good. Don't. Seriously. And now I happen to like Bloomberg. I think they're actually well balanced and all that kind of stuff. So look, simple fact is, great show. And we're going to do it again in 7 days' time, people.
We need good stuff. Exactly.
Give you some good stuff. And whatever you've been drinking tonight, or otherwise, I applaud you.
Mine's gone.
Oh, I can't toast you. But it's so awesome to be able to share that with you. Always remember, wherever you go, And whatever you do, we will see you soon.
Good night.